Yellow. I just accidentally opened up my mail app while I was trying to fucking put the audio down. Jesus Christ. Good. Hello. Hi. Welcome back, everybody. How's it going? We're back with Matthew. It's been a few days. I think it's been about 5 days since the last stream. But today is the last day. This is the last episode of Matthew before we wrap him up. Depending on how today goes. And then yeah, tomorrow it'll be a little bit of an epilogue, but yeah, last little session today. How do we perma the old man? I guess we'll find out. The goal isn't to perma him, you know, he's got plans to leave and go back home, but I mean, who knows if you know, if Prim decides to turn evil and kills Matthew, then that'd be a worthy perma. Hi, Insta, by the way. That's a really nice horse. It's like albino. We do have a little telegram to look at. Or two, perhaps. I think it's just one. It's probably from Jacob. But we haven't been on in a few days, so we'll need to catch up with everything. Oh, thank you for the Prime sub, Insta. Appreciate it. Let's hitch up. That guy was an actual player. I thought he was because he like reversed, and I've never seen an NPC like reverse a wagon like that, so. Let's see. Jacob, yeah. I thought it would just be one. Sorry to see you go, but I understand wanting to be with family. I'd appreciate it if you'd pass my file to someone else. There's still a lot I'd like to talk about and get off my chest. Wish you all the best. Jacob Corvus Dalton. I didn't know his middle name was Corvus. That goes crazy. That reminds me of the guy from, what's it called? Dishonored? Is that the guy's name from Dishonored? I can't remember. Oh, there's a few horses here. Corvo. I see. I see. Is that Prim? Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good. We're just having a little meeting in our office, telling the paper all about the horrible things the crossing are doing to us.
Oh, good lord. Not anything more than I don't know, I hope.
Oh, there's probably a couple things.
Oh, good lord.
It's nice seeing,
To be honest, it was kind of stupid. The Blackwoods are known to... I mean, I guess they had some kind of amnesty or whatever the word is, and they didn't fire on us, but...
Well, I know they shot Keppel last week, at least.
They sure did.
Yeah.
I was unfortunately one to write about that. It's very bad business.
And then there was Lucas DeVille, who also kidnapped you.
You've been very unlucky.
Yeah.
Feels like.
Yeah, I had a that was in Strawberry. I think they honeypotted rangers, and then basically
No.
they ran back to the medical office in Strawberry, dropped off the ranger. I didn't know it at the time, but Lucas saw me, pointed a gun at me, and said, "You're coming with us." But then he ran out and lowered his weapon. But then he immediately turned around, aimed it back at me, and said, "Get on a fucking horse." Well, that's not his voice, but
No, I appreciate that. It's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
It's
you
as good
just
as
made him
impression of
sound
any.
very manly. I mean,
Yeah.
You made him sound very scary.
yeah.
When you talk about me, will you use that voice for me as well, please?
Okay, yeah, we'll do.
Appreciate it.
If I ever have to write about you, I will cast you in the bravest light.
Thank you.
Ryder, why aren't you one of our medical liaisons?
Because there's already 3.
And
And I mean, I can.
we need a lot of liaison.
You know, I feel like I talk to you guys all the time.
Liaising.
Yes, you do tend to liaise. Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there all of a sudden.
Yes, Matthew Vannevar. This is St. Staley newspaper man.
Sorry, I'm Casper.
Casper.
Casper Finn.
Right. I feel like we've
yes,
have we
I'm-
met before. I'm
Yes, I
not
believe
sure.
we have.
Right.
You treated me from. I think it was a wolf last time.
Right. Yes, that's right.
I
remember.
may have knocked myself out trying to shoot at one.
Right.
I admit I'm not very good at it.
Shooting
And-
or at running away from wolves?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I remember
I've
now.
definitely improved, but yes, you were very kind, and I appreciate that.
Yes. Well, it's nice to see that you're in better shape.
Yes, I'm definitely feeling better than I was.
Good.
Still got a nice little bump on the head, but you know, it is what it is, really. But yes, have you had any issues with gangs lately?
Me? No. The last thing that happened to me was I was robbed here in Blackwater by some stranger. I think he was
Oh,
working
goodness.
alone. I don't think he was a part of a gang or anything. So, no, I think I'm one of the lucky ones out of the department.
Yes, it is unfortunate, and I do appreciate you telling me your stories as well. It's bad news, and hopefully we can maybe remind them that you are here to help,
Hey, Moz. Yeah, we're
not just
busy.
here to have guns pointed at you.
Very busy.
I feel like you don't need
We're
that.
much better at our job when a gun isn't pointed at us.
It's true. Me too.
Yes, as it turns out, me as well.
There you go. The other thing, I don't know if it's really worth a newspaper story, but our trainees are now wearing the turquoise sash to make them a little more visible.
Howdy.
Oh, I see. Yes.
I never noticed that. That's
So
so,
to- so
white
you can be
sashes
sort of
for
seen.
certified, and then turquoise for our trainees.
that's awesome. That must be a new rule.
I like it.
So it's white stashes for full medical personnel and turquoise for trainees. Is that?
That's right. Yep,
Mm.
kind of like the Rangers have gray and green. We've got turquoise and white.
Yes, I noticed that actually.
Yeah, gray
It's,
is the recruits, and then green is the full Rangers. And black is the super duper Rangers.
What?
Super duper rangers.
Yeah, it's a honorary thing given what are they called? Huntsmen? Is that right, Bella?
Huntsman, I think, yeah.
Yeah,
I think there's only been
3 or
Two.
4.
3. I know
Yes.
Mitch Sand was one. I know.
Sand was a huntsman.
How was it? Victor? For that.
Who was the game warden that just said Buzz
Buzz.
something?
Buzz, yes, Buzz was also one, I think.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have
Those
been
are the
called
three
Power
I know
Rangers.
about, but I'm sure there were
True. Actually,
others.
true.
That I'm not aware of.
Yeah, see yourself out, please.
Well, I
Don't
think it's
forget
mostly
that.
given them who retire after a long career.
Mm.
Not sure. You'd have
Yes,
to ask
it-
the Rangers about what it means.
Yeah, I'm sure I will. It does seem to be quite a title, really, isn't it? Huntsman.
Maybe we should start making up some new titles. They've got undersheriffs, senior deputies, oversheriffs, deputy marshals,
Oversheriff.
huntsmen,
Sheriffs.
game
Over-
wardens.
Oversheriff.
Over sheriffs. It sounds
Those-
like a pun, and I
Those
love
are,
it.
those are the
Oversheriff.
deputies. Those are the deputies that tell too much information.
Yeah, there's
Yes.
a lot of undersheriffs
Oh,
too who
yes.
just tell you, watch out for the German man. Okay, sure. I will watch out for the German man.
Oh, goodness me.
Genuinely, there was once a tip that came in about 2 people, and the description we were given is a German man and a woman in black. At least I had a visual
Oh.
for the woman.
I know who that was about.
Yeah, I know you know who that was.
And I only know that because of other reasons of who they were.
Yeah.
I have met this strange woman in black, actually. She was a little bit scary, to be honest.
Oh,
Oh, there are
I-
many women in
Yeah.
black.
Yeah.
Really?
Well,
Including
maybe
Bella
one of them.
occasionally.
here, look, I'll be back, and then you can meet another one.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Careful, don't get run over.
Please don't get run over.
Where is she walking?
It's
Oh,
okay, you're not on your horse, so I think she's okay.
it's like bugging
Are you
out.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
I'm kidding.
That's,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
that's so appreciated.
I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. I ran in front of her.
I'm
Mr.
just glad
Finn?
you're okay, to be honest. Yes, sorry?
Are you like a senior in the paper?
No, I'm very new to it, to be honest with you. I'm
Can you explain the newspaper ranks? Do you have ranks?
So there's reporters, there's senior reporters, there's editors, and then there's like the editor for the board, who is Constance.
Yeah, the one that
Mrs.
talks a
Wright.
lot.
I don't think I ever met her.
She's scary, to be honest with you.
I can see that.
No,
You know,
I
we were
mean,
actually
really,
held
you
up.
want that. Oh?
We were forced. I think this was already put in the paper, but we were forced to carry a bunch of wood for people robbing the wood shop. It
What?
was, yeah, it was a weird. None of us
It's just
got
puzzling.
shot. Yeah, but yeah, we were all having a meeting in the wood workshop, and people just came in. We're like, "Get all the wood, you sons of bitches!" And yeah,
Yes, I've.
Oh, Fletcher told me about that. That was the Limpany thing, right?
I think so.
Oh.
Yeah, they even stole an anvil.
An
was
anvil?
heavy.
Those things are so heavy.
Yeah, I know.
How the fuck did they carry that thing?
We had to carry it. There was
Oh,
like
how
5
the
of us.
fuck? Okay, Jesus Christ.
Oh my god. But
Ryder, can I resolve your tip on our tip line? Are you happy with
Oh,
the
yes.
answers you've been
Yes, yes, you can.
given? Oh,
resolve
wait, you
it.
need to talk to Birdie.
I
Never
need to
mind.
talk to Birdie, but
Okay, that one can stay on there then. Do you know, like, half the tips on our tip line right now are talking to Birdie about that thing that you want to talk to her about?
Oh dear. I can imagine that's exciting.
Yeah, unfortunately, not something we can
No,
talk
that's
about.
understandable. That's fine. I'm not there to pry for things that aren't freely given, really. If that makes sense.
Okay, I got a hypothetical for you. If you were fired from your job because you did something you were explicitly told not to do
Yes.
and contacted somebody you were told not to contact,
Yes.
would you then threaten the person you contacted with being blasted with a shotgun?
No, I don't think I would.
Okay, I was just wondering if that was like
Yep.
a standard reporter response.
No,
or if
honorable
that was-
human
no.
being. Honorable human being.
Is this about what's his name? Freddie someone.
Freddie
Freddie
Foster?
George? Yeah, is this about him?
No.
Okay, I just know he got fired for doing something he shouldn't have. But
Well, something else interesting going on in your department you might want to find out about, I guess.
yes, I suppose. Always
I'm
exciting.
not one to gossip.
No, of course.
What are we saying?
Shot with a shot.
What's happening?
I was just mentioning to Mr. Finn about hypothetical reporters who get fired and then want to shoot people who have nothing to do with it.
Oh, I know about this one.
Yes, you do, Bill.
I've
Truth be
heard.
told, I don't know who they are, but they sound a bit like an asshole. So, not my cup of tea.
Can you put that in the paper?
Yeah.
It depends if I can get it past the editor.
Okay,
So,
okay. Reasonable question. Deputy, do you think this is too dangerous to discuss?
Maybe, yes.
Yeah, okay, I thought so.
I agree. I think it really is.
It would probably only provoke them further.
Exactly.
And they are very
No, that's fine.
petulant
Oh,
and
dear.
harassing and obsessive
It's not ideal. Oh,
and dangerous.
goodness.
Mhm.
And hyper focused. I'll be back.
And very scary, it seems.
I mean, as scary as anybody who threatens to shoot somebody with a shotgun is.
Yes, that's very fair. As someone who's been threatened with a pistol, I feel the same way. It's not something I appreciate.
Tell you what, I would rather you get shot with a pistol than a shotgun. Cleaning up a shotgun wound just sucks.
Yes,
Please
lots of
don't get shot by
pellets.
either if you can avoid it.
Yeah. Yeah, don't get
Medical
shot, please.
advice: don't be
Don't get
shot.
shot.
Thank you. Good
Yes, I'll
advice.
try my best.
If you
Sometimes
see a
it's
bullet,
I just had a thought unrelated to any of this conversation. Finn and Ryder would be an outstanding stagecoach company name.
Finn and Ryder.
Finn and Ryder coaches.
What do you say? Should
Finn
we
and
go into
Ryder
business?
Express.
I think we might be able. I have to.
Finn and Ryder.
Yeah.
Ryder
And
and
look,
Finn.
you kind of look you're in uniforms because you got both the green and the brown accents going on.
Oh, I see that actually.
Do you want me to go ahead and get that name from that gentleman that spoke to me about the medication?
Yes, if you don't mind. that'd be
Yes,
great.
I'll do that.
Yes, I do appreciate their help, and I will be writing about this amnesty being broken. It's perhaps they could do with a little reminder that you are there to help.
And we
no
try
matter
very
who they
hard.
are. Yes.
No matter who they
Yes,
are, even
no,
against our
agreed.
better judgment.
No, very much agreed. Like, I've only ever heard good things about you all, so no, it is what it is,
Oh,
really.
well, that's sweet.
Anyway, I should probably get going and write this up. You take care of yourself, okay?
Mm-hmm. You
All of
too.
you.
You be safe. Watch out for
Stay safe.
random running
Oh,
deputies.
don't
Please
say
watch out
it.
for
Please don't run into the road again. Please. Please, just
you
look
should
left and
really,
right.
Really slow it down when you're coming into town. You know, just like
Oh my
make
God.
sure you're looking for people
do that.
trying to cross the road. I'm kidding.
Honestly, I'm just glad you're okay. So that's fine.
all
You
good.
take care.
Yep,
Sure.
you do. Hope to see you around.
I'll see you around.
All right, I'm gonna get back to the office.
Alright.
Hopefully the crossing's not on fire.
Mhm.
Thank you guys.
All right.
Appreciate you.
Yep, see it.
Yes, take it easy.
How's it look?
Nothing.
Nothing is good.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take nothing. I go squeeze some lemons here in a minute.
All right.
Pending me not being gunned down by a maniac.
Oh, mercy.
All right, collective hive mind of the medical department. Percy Carson. Does that ring any bells?
Nope.
No, not personally. Should he ring a bell?
He was asking Issa about medications.
All right.
Percy Carson, citizen registry file.
The specific
Associates
word
with
he
the
used,
DeLobos.
and the specific words, yeah, the specific word he was using was emergency drugs.
Yeah, no.
So when you are certified Issa, you will have access to something called a citizen registry.
Mm-hmm.
It's used by
What are these
ourselves,
multiple
the Sheriff's
dons?
Department, and
Fucking
the
hell.
Rangers. And it's where, when you're registered to state, your information is collected. For the law department, they can see if you have any charges, that kind of a thing. For our department, we can see if there are any active case files for you, you know, medicines, that kind of a thing. And at the very top, it also gets stamped with wanted for questioning, and that kind of thing. So we have a good idea if someone's wanted usually through it. There's also a section for law notes, physical description, and medical notes. This is where if you're a universal donor, it's noted. If you're allergic, something gets put in there. For the law, usually it's associated with this gang. that kind of a thing. Also, next to King goes in there. So it's kind of like it's a really important archive of information that all the
Mhm.
departments use.
Her character looks sick. Look at her. She's got a little gun. Look
But
at
yeah,
that.
so I just looked him up in there, and under his law notes, it did say the Lobo Associate. He's not
That's
currently
awesome.
wanted or
Look at
wanted
that
for
belt.
questioning, though. But it's likely he was trying to get supplies for his friends.
Mhm.
That's sick. She looks amazing.
The only thing you can really do in that situation is say there are medical kits available in the office, but they only contain general stuff for first aid. For more serious things, you gotta, like you said, talk with a member of the
I
staff.
told him to come around and have a conversation with us. And then he gave me his telegram.
Very cool character design.
Well, you did the right thing. You always direct them to contact us via the tip line. It's much safer than you directly telegramming them, because then they can see where you're telegramming from and all kinds of things that you don't want them to know.
Mhm.
Yeah, something like that.
And also, people become dependent on us sometimes. They start just telegramming us directly. And, you know, if you're away, if you're resting, if you're not at work and you're getting that telegram, then no one else in the department is going to know this person is hurt or needs something. So always say, even if it's to your friends, use the tip line.
When you have a second, Prim, can I borrow you for a second?
Is it about the state of these blood tests that nobody can
No.
ever mark them right? Because, dear me.
No,
Got
it's
it backwards, got it sideways.
no, it's about something else.
Yes, we can go and talk about that.
It'll only be a second.
Okay, perfect.
I'll be right back.
Check for work and have a look at the check boxes that aren't filled in and just maybe tick a couple off, because she's gone to a lot of training. Ready, place.
I
Thank
believe
you.
we haven't met before, mister. My name's Isa. Isa Soleil.
Right, yes, Matthew, Vannevar, pleasure. I think I've had a look over your file. You've been doing very well.
Thank you, mister.
How have you been finding everything in terms of your training?
It's been quite the adventure. I've been enjoying it very much. Definitely not scaring me away.
Oh, that's good. Yes, it can be a little intimidating when you start off, so it's good that you have that confidence with you.
Mhm.
Let's see here what you've been up to.
I've had a training as well with a lot of people in sales screaming at me at the same time while I'm trying to treat them.
Right, yes. That's the best kind of training, really. It gets you set up for what you'll be facing as a medic. Lots of
I had a
people
man there.
getting in your
I
way.
had two men there calling me their Cajun angel constantly.
They're
You're already getting the angel treatment? Jesus.
so,
What the
I would-
hell does that mean?
I would just wear the darkest colors you can.
No.
So Birdie Watt, I swear every criminal she treats, the first words out of their mouth is, "Are you an angel?" And I sit there and laugh, and then they completely ignore me, so.
I'm alright on that.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Well, no, I feel really, really sorry for them because I'm gonna have to turn them down and have to walk away disappointed.
Yeah, and well, you can always not do pain relief for them, so.
well, just looking at your file, it seems that you've done a majority of the topics here in the trainings. Just a few that you might not have done. Have you been told much about the process of clearing government employees for work?
I have not, mister.
Right. Yes. It's straightforward. You know how deputies are getting into trouble every time they clock on duty. Well, if they ever get injured and they go through their treatment before they can start working again, they need to be cleared off for duty, which is quite a simple procedure. We mainly conduct a physical and mental check just to see how they're doing. Basically, just going over whether they're fit for duty again. So we'll run through some tests and make them dance for our amusement, that sort of thing, just to make sure they're fit and ready to go. Let's see here.
Alright, I'm writing this down now. So there's a procedure for the physical one.
It's more of a general physical examination, especially depending on their injuries. We'll make sure that, for example, if they've been shot in the leg or something, we'll make sure that that leg is in working condition. We don't want them running around out there and they twist or do something awful with it and they're back at square one, sort of thing. But yes, it's mainly just a broad test of their strength and mobility, and mainly making sure that they're fit and ready to go. I know Dr. McNamara, when he was around, he used to make deputies race each other if he was dealing with multiple at the same time. He'd have them run around town a few times.
All right.
Right, yeah, so I'm not sure. I suppose every medic has their own ways of going about things. I think the most important note is to make them do the teapot dance. Have you heard of that?
I've heard Mr. Fletcher talk about it, but he never really explained it, or at least I don't. I guess you hold a teapot.
Right, yes. Well, it's to do with the song, right? I'm a little teapot, short and stout, right?
Right.
Yes. So usually, especially with the more senior deputies, they're very reluctant. So I usually just ask them to do a little dance, whichever they prefer. But yes, it's good fun and gets the spirits up.
Well, that explains everything. What about the mental check? I'm assuming these are more questions about how they're feeling.
Yes, I suppose it would be obvious whether a government employee is in poor spirits. They might be showing signs of just mental decline in that way. Some injuries can take a serious toll, so it's important to ensure that they're in good spirits, that they're happy and eager to work, and not just to get back at the people who might have injured them, but to go back out there and help the citizens of the crossing, so to speak.
Bella, about that patient we were discussing outside, you might want to follow up with Silas about it, since he's marked himself as responding.
I'll go send him a telegram.
Okay, I'll follow up with the other person we were discussing.
Okay. Okay, I'll be right back.
And take care of that. Okay. Sorry to interrupt. Please carry on.
Mhm.
No, it's fine. So yes, those are the general notes.
Mm-hmm.
A good thorough check of their health and their mental health as well. And yes, I suppose, as I said, many medics have their own ways of doing things, but as long as you're checking, especially the areas where they might have been injured, then,
Mm-hmm.
well, that'll be it. It's quite a
Understood.
simple
I guess
procedure.
it all depends on the injury and the situation, so I'll know when it does happen, and I go speak to them as well. I kind of did this a little bit last time I was on duty with Mr. Lazarus Starr and Mr. August as well. They were both injured, so I sat down with them and I just talked to them. I even
Right.
told Mr. Lazarus Starr to sit down and not to move too much because he was still very much injured and fresh.
Yes, right. Well, we have to put some confidence in the deputies that we're treating, and that they have the common sense not to push themselves, though that sometimes is hard to do. They're very eager and full of spirit, a lot of them, so they might
Mm-hmm.
try and downplay their injuries. So it's important for us to make that check and make that call as well.
Right. Understood.
But yes, that's pretty much the main information on that. Like I said, it's a simple procedure, but happy to take any questions on it if you have any.
Or what if the I guess what if they're stubborn?
Right. Well, unfortunately, we're not these people's parents. If they decide to ignore us and go on duty, then there's not much that we can do to stop them. I suppose it might be worth contacting their seniors at the time. If it's a deputy, suppose you're welcome to reach out to a senior or an undersheriff, just so they know that they might not be in fully working
Right.
condition. But yes, that would be the procedure. But like I said, we're not responsible for these people. We can only do as much as we can on our end and make sure we have our bases covered.
Yeah, correct. And I think what our seniors want is you contact them and they'll contact the senior of the other department.
Mm-hmm.
Just so if there's any flack or stuff like that, they're our shield. So
Right, understood.
But yes, happy to sign that off for you.
I guess this is the part where I'm actually the most excited because I mean aftercare is always very much important after an injury,
Right, exactly.
and if I want to be a nurse, I have to get good at it as well.
yeah, and I'm so disappointed right now.
Why are you disappointed?
All right, ease up. Put your hands on your hips.
Uh. All right. All right.
Oh wait, no.
What are you making me do, mister?
Both hands, like this.
Mm.
What the hell is he doing? I'm not in on this.
I guess. Oh, both hands.
Mm-hmm.
Right, you were almost there.
Trying to figure this out.
One's the left and one's the right. Just-
Right.
Make sure you specify hands. Both hands. Not.
All right.
Okay. Yep. Now focus your attention all the way forward. Okay. Really bring in the abdominal.
Right.
All right. And then you just turn left and right. All right.
What is he doing?
Pardon me. I beg you, what are we doing here?
Okay. Now
What are
you
you doing?
repeat after me.
Oh, here we go.
I'm a little teapot, short and stout.
I'm a little what?
No, those aren't the words. I'm sorry. You cannot be cleared for duty.
What? Is this?
This is the teapot test.
This is to prove mental and physical acuity fit for service.
I'm a little teapot, short and stout.
Yeah, but you didn't twist and turn.
Here you gotta
so-
do the
I'm a
twist. There you
little
go.
teapot, short and stout.
Here is.
Here
Oh
is-
wait.
My handle. Here is my spell.
Here
Yeah.
is my handle. Here is my
I guess
what?
Spout.
Spout.
I guess I can't be cleared for duty either.
No,
Hell.
you're both fired. When I get all steamed up,
hear me shout.
shout. When I get all steamed up, hear me shout. On you do it.
When I get all steamed up, hear me shout.
Tip me over and pour me out.
Drip me over and pour me out.
All right.
Very good.
Yes, very good.
That's not the test I do to clear people for duty, but it is one that is very
I
popular
feel
in the
like people are
department.
gonna hate me if I do this to them.
Well,
Yes, that's why I
sometimes
stopped
they
doing it.
deserve a little punishment. Sometimes
Listen.
when they're bratty deputies, they need to learn the hard way.
I'm still upset
Oh my
that
God.
I wasn't able to clear sand for duty. I
Sam
have
would
gotten
just tell you
Bolton.
to go to hell and leave the office. And he'd probably do it in less polite terms too.
Yeah. But it is funny when you get people who they're like, well, first off, you don't explain it at all. You just say, all right, we're going to do a little test just to clear you for duty.
And then they
And
all
then-
feel that dread because they've heard about the teapot test.
Some don't. And when you start singing, they're like, no, you're pulling my leg. And I'm like, nope, this is an actual test. One, and it is all fun and games and high spirits and all that. But can they follow simple instructions? Do they have kind of a main mobility of like the torso, legs, and arms? So that's the twisting and turning.
And also, are they in a good mental mindset for their return to work? If you can't be a little bit silly, you're probably not destined to go back to work right now.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So it is fun and games, but it's also it's an
It's not
actual
just
thing.
for the sake of it.
Yeah. But if they are very adamant on not doing it, you can do Connor's like obstacle courses.
Or you can do my more sensible testing. Yes, Connor has a full obstacle course for people to do. Oh, ow!
Good
Did
lord.
you just trip me?
I think you tripped over the chair. That wasn't me.
I think so too.
Did you put the chair in the way like an
I,
obstacle? What is happening here?
That chair has been there for as long as I have. I promise.
Oh, you didn't do it.
We were friends once, Matthew.
I'm sorry.
I remember a very nice long ride to Rhodes with you and back, I think.
Oh yes, I remember that.
What was I saying? Okay, so yeah, Connor has a very extreme obstacle course, which sends them running around a place, and there are a number of instructions for things they have to do or places they got to get to as part of that, which is the mental part. What is going on? Why are people stopping it? I hate that.
Right.
What I, however, do is I do a range of motions test, which includes things that they will do as part of their job. If it's deputies pulling guns, pointing, binoculars, that kind of things. If it's rangers, it's drawing their weapon. If it's a bow, that's a very specific range of motion. If you are ever testing someone with firearms, make sure they unload them first, please. Because our patient ended up shot or shooting you is not ideal. But obviously, don't clear them for duty if that happens. And then, I have them follow instructions, kind of like Simon says. So, point your gun, obviously always away from you, towards a tree, something like that. Point to the sky, put your gun away, change to your long arm, run to that, to an object and crouch behind it as if you're taking cover. Just make sure they can do those physical things that would be part of their job. Safely get on and off of a horse. If there's not their horse close by, have them go and steal your horse. Say, see that horse over there, white, whatever color your horse is, go and get on it. I want you to do a loop around town and come back. Because as long as you can physically see they can do their job in that way and they can respond to your instructions clearly and they're obviously able to communicate back things they can and cannot do, then they're probably clear for duty.
Understood. I guess exercise them and make sure that they can move just fine and they're not in no pain physically and mentally as well.
Exactly. And the following instructions is important because you're testing they can remember what they're being told. Because in a stressful situation, the deputies and the rangers, they need to be listening very closely to what is going on and instructions from their superiors and obviously able to communicate with their team too.
I do got a question. What if a deputy requires me to be around to at least help them out if they want to speak to somebody and just have the company? Is that all right for me to do?
Yeah, if you are invited by a deputy to go on a patrol or something, you're welcome to do that. You must always follow their instructions. If there is trouble, you are to leave the situation.
Right.
Now, if you are invited by the rangers or the deputies, you are definitely welcome to patrol with them. Just be mindful they are in charge of everything except for an injured person, at which point you are in charge. And if we do hear that you've gone out with them and you've caused trouble, you will be in big trouble. But I doubt that will happen.
Understood.
Yeah, if you say you're in Strawberry and you see them all mounting up and there's not too much going on and you want to offer to go with them, you can ask, can I come and ride with you? I've done patrols in Big Valley, the Frontier. And just, read the situation. If you are the only person on duty, it's probably best you don't do a patrol. Because then you are away from all the offices, and if there's a multiple down somewhere else, then you are never going to know about it.
Right. When I did get robbed and shot at, I decided not to move from town because I was supposed to go to Saint Denis, but I did not want to go ahead by myself. And a group of deputies came in and they escorted me into Saint Denis.
Yeah, if you're ever nervous too, you can reach out to Transit, Law, or Rangers. They are all approved for escorting us. They're all government employees, so they can be trusted with confidential information and your safety. Usually for the Rangers, if I'm going to somewhere remote, Armadillo, Amberino, Ansburg, somewhere like that, then I'll ask a Ranger if they're there. Because, there's a risk of wolves, bears, panthers, which is definitely their domain. If it's somewhere dangerous, like I need to go to Ansburg past Van Horn, and I know there's active gangs in the area, then I'll probably go to Law or Transit. Because they're trained specifically in security against people. But whoever's there also works. Just, make sure you're comfortable and can trust them and they're not too busy. And if they are too busy, well, then whoever it is has to be moved to you. That's the other option, is say, I can't move from here. I don't feel safe right now. Can you please bring the injured person to me? Thank you. That's what's going on. 9 times out of 10, it's going to be quicker for you to go to them because waiting for somebody to check telegrams, move people, by the time that's done, you might as well have just gone. But if you're already in the middle of a multiple down situation, get them to bring the other people to you because you're not going to be able to move for a while. Or have them advise them to get the local doctors to look after them. If it's just a cougar scratch and it seems relatively minor, I would say just send a telegram, say, hey, can you or ask someone to send one for you, saying, can you get the local doctors to look at that? Unfortunately, I'm in the middle of a bad situation here.
Understood. All right.
Deputies make very good couriers for telegrams sometimes. If they're sitting around not doing too much and you don't need them in the room watching over you, ask them nicely to go send a telegram for you. They'll usually do it. And they're very good at writing telegrams fast because that's a lot of their job sometimes, doing all their check-ins. Anything I forgot, Vannevar?
No, I think that probably covers it. Yes, if you're ever stuck or you run into a situation that what we've gone over here doesn't quite cover it, then you can always ask us, and we can put you on the right path. But I don't think you'll come across anything too confusing. These things are simple enough.
Mm-hmm. Nope.
Alright.
So far, I don't really have any questions. I mean, if it's about taking care of a person and making sure that they're all right at the end of their rest, then I think I can handle that.
Sure.
Yeah, most of it is just common sense and just your opinion as a physician. Is it safe for this person to go back to work? Or are they going to do themselves more harm? And sometimes with the deputies, if it's like a gunshot wound to the shoulder and they are really stubborn, we will advise that it is probably safe enough for them to use a handgun, but not a rifle as a compromise.
Mm-hmm.
Because if they're going to do it anyway, they might as well do it safely or as safely as you can make it. But if you think you can tell them that it's not a good idea, then usually try and do that. But there are deputies who are going to be very determined, and I would rather them be told just use your handgun if you're going to do it, than say no, don't do it, and they just go and do it anyway, and they use that rifle or shotgun, and they do even more damage to the shoulder, or can't do their job and get themselves shot, which is also bad. All right, I gotta stop at the telegram office.
Understood. All right, then what's next after these?
Let's take a look. Where are we here? Where did I put it? Here we are. This is triggering me, the fact that there's spaces here. Well, it looks like you're quite close to being done here in terms of the information we have to go over. You have a few topics remaining.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm just trying to see here what I might be able to go over with you.
Do you mind if I go ahead and go get myself a stew? I am a little bit
Yes,
starved.
feel free. You know what? I think I might go over with you. I haven't eaten today either.
I tend to lose myself and I forget to drink water and eat as well.
Right, yes, especially once it starts to get busy, you're
Mm-hmm.
taken from place to place. It's
How long have you been a doctor? Are you a doctor or just a medic?
just a medic, working to become a doctor, but I think I might be putting my my practice on hold for the foreseeable future. It's my last day in the crossing today, so I'll be heading back to Massachusetts tomorrow.
Is that where your family is, mister?
Yes, yes. Just back up there in Everett, so I'll be making the travel tomorrow. It's quite a ways away, but well, I quite like traveling.
You going there to spend time with your family?
Yes, that's right. Suppose I'll need to just reevaluate. Suppose what I'd like to do, and I've really enjoyed my time here in the crossing. But yes, I think some time back home would do me good.
Never anything wrong with spending time with family.
Right, exactly.
Howdy.
Excuse us, sir.
Howdy.
It's quite busy in town today.
So I guess I won't see you again after this.
Oh, well, I don't think so. I'll be there for the meeting later and be working for a short while this evening, but yes, it's might be our first and last meeting, I'm afraid.
Well, that's a shame, but I am happy for you. You at least get to spend some time with your family.
Yes, I think it'll be a nice change. I do miss them.
It is a lesson for me as well. At the end of the road, there's family. Hopefully, at least for me.
Yes, I certainly hope so. Was that anything important on the line, or?
No,
the
it
ranger
was
tip?
nothing.
Right.
Oh yeah, the ranger bell's going off, but we didn't get anything yet.
All right. Oh, hello.
Howdy. Do you mind if I buy a medical bag?
Yes, of course.
You
Yeah.
can go ahead and buy yourself a medical bag, yeah.
You could just they're just at the cabinet over there, just in the
Mm-hmm.
All right.
in the drawer.
You sure Dolphy's friend doesn't want to be seen too?
All right.
All right. Are you fine if trainee Issa? I mean, I'll watch over. It shouldn't be anything serious, so.
Yeah, I don't mind.
All right.
Stitches getting removed is not pleasant, but it's not horrible. It's the needles I'm scared of.
I'll be as gentle as possible, ma'am. Go ahead and take a
Mhm.
seat. Let me go ahead. Where do you
What are
have
they?
the
What are they
stitches?
taking over?
It's on my chest and shoulder.
They're doing deliveries.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, are you alright if I move the coat around a little bit? You able to
Of course.
take it off?
Here, I can slip it off.
Whose player is this? I feel like the voice is familiar.
Alright, it'll be quick. Let me see. How old are these stitches?
Couple days at least.
Mr. Emmett, he fixed them back up. The stitches on my chest are from a little over a week ago, and then the shoulder ones that he fixed up are from a couple of days.
Are these did you do them silk?
Yeah.
Alright.
I believe the shoulder I actually did use horsehair.
You're trying Vannevar for real? Yeah. So today is my last shift, and then tomorrow,
There's one on the chest and then one on the shoulder, you said?
depending on how things go
Yeah.
today, I'll do a little
Alright.
sort of epilogue, and then I'm gonna take a
How have you
break,
been
and
feeling
then I'll
after
be
this?
back maining my Crim character. So that's the
I'm
plan.
feeling alright, I guess. As good as one can.
Yeah, just try and think about Big Valley. All them lupins and how everyone in the crossing thinks they're lavender, but they're not.
And they smell like fake grapes. They don't smell anything like lavender.
Yeah.
Gonna go ahead and clean this up before I start cutting it.
have fake grapes.
Yeah.
You got a favorite animal?
Ooh.
I do.
What's your
I
favorite
have a
animal?
couple.
Tell me
My
about them.
favorite ones are deer, actually. I have a soft spot for chickens too, which makes people laugh.
Yeah, because they're demon spawn. How?
They are not.
Chickens and demons
they'll
spawn.
eat anything.
I mean, yeah, they will. And
And roosters
I
are
mean,
something fierce.
Oh,
oh, I
mercy.
got attacked by a rooster once when I was little.
I've seen some roosters that go up my hips. I don't even know how they get that big.
Probably feeding them something.
Yeah, but
We had a rooster, not a rooster, but a hen. Her name was Beatrice. She got a feral dog got to her, but she survived it surprisingly. But she was the sweetest damn hen I've ever met. She'd come right up to you and let you pick her up.
oh,
Hated dogs though, which I don't blame her.
and if I was her, I would too.
But she never ran away from them. Funny enough, she stood her ground and
This is a brave one.
I miss
I
that
get-
fucking chicken.
I guess she knew that the dog was mostly bark than bite.
It's true.
Now, deers are definitely beautiful creatures, but I am a little bit terrified of them.
Yeah, you do
Oh.
not want to piss off a bug.
Especially the bugs, yeah. I've been walking around the field and all of a sudden one of them just comes out from behind me. I don't even know how he got there to begin with.
Holy shit, I swear. The animals in the crossing are a whole different breed, I think.
Mm. You know, one time I was just riding around and I think I was actually coyote hunting, and I saw a group of coyotes, and next thing I knew, this buck lowered its head, charged the entire group of coyotes, scared them all off, and he was chasing one down like he had a vendetta. Like, never forget that side.
They're almost like bulls as well.
Mm-hmm. I know, yeah, deer are wonderful creatures, and I know a lot of books have them. You know, they're like the white stag leads you to like a different world to show you something. And yeah, they are beautiful creatures.
They really are.
Alright. How does it feel? Does your arm feel a little bit better? Anything feel a little weird? Your fingers, your arms, all good?
Yeah, I think everything's feeling alright.
Are you able to move your shoulder as well? Can you like, raise your arms up? Alright. I apologize. I did not catch your name. What's your name?
My name's Mara. Mara Harlow.
Mara Harlow. What a beautiful name. I'm Issa.
It's nice to meet you.
Mahalo. I don't think I've heard
Alright,
the name
ma'am.
before.
It all looks good. I think you're good to go.
Thank you. And Emmett, thank you for helping me when I came back to the crossing.
No problem. I'm just glad you were helped and you're feeling better now. But if you need anything, just let us know.
Yeah, I will. Thank you again, both of you.
Take care, ma'am.
Yeah, you as well.
See you around.
Isa, can I borrow you for a moment?
Yes, ma'am.
I just want to go over some things in your paperwork.
This way.
Oh,
Emmy.
is there something wrong?
No, we're gonna swear her in.
Oh, right. How exciting.
As long as she says she's ready.
Why didn't Bella say, "You're in trouble, we're gonna..."
Well, she's gonna make sure that
Sacrifice you.
Issa is happy first. And I didn't do that to you when I swore you in.
No, but Bella and Fletcher did when they, like, swore me in.
Yeah, McConnell did that to me too. Well, I mean, maybe she'll do that later, but yeah, we were just talking about it, and it was like, well, we got the votes, why not? And then she'd come to the meeting, and we don't gotta leave her behind.
Yeah.
Right. Yes, that wouldn't be nice.
No, yeah, given
Right.
that she worked with dames and dealt with the arterial bleed, I think she's more than ready. If she wants.
Yeah, I mean, if Dames gives you good feedback, Dames trained me. I fear bad Dames feedback.
I remember just before I was sworn in, I was doing one of your wagon trainings, taking the wagon up to Strawberry. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And then I had to explain to McConnell why I had the wagon with me, and that you lied to me about the wagon training.
I don't know if I lied to you explicitly.
I'm not sure what else to call it. If you say, as part of your training, you need to do wagon training, or you need to take the
It
wagon
is
up to
true.
McConnell in Strawberry.
You need to make sure you can safely work with wagons. We use them a lot.
You
Yeah, but
embarrassed
that's
me
not in the
front of McConnell.
paperwork.
Right.
It actually is going to be added to the paperwork. We've got some skills coming in that I think should be in the trainee paperwork to make sure that we have gone over them, like safely navigating the crossing, how to use a wagon. Personal space awareness test.
Uh-oh. Who's the reason for that one?
I think it might be you, Emmett.
Oh, what? I'm sorry.
I'm joking.
No, I was just doing a lot of training lately, and I realized there's a lot of skills that we just assume they're going to have, but we never explicitly teach them or show them. So we'll
Yeah.
tell them you got to be aware of your space, but we never test them on it, and we never show them. I mean, in this office, it's fairly easy because you got a lot of windows out. In other offices, you got to use your ears.
Yeah.
And just, if we ride through town, I would expect most of us to have a good awareness of how busy town is, where we saw the horses, if they're outside the bank, if they're outside the sheriff's department.
Yeah.
That kind of a thing. So it's just adding some of those skills, which are not specifically medical, but are very important to our job. Like, how would you get from Annesburg to Tumbleweed? It doesn't need to be the fastest route. I just need to know that you got a good idea of how to get from one to the other.
Oh, I
That's a
had to
good
do
idea.
that once.
And what are the dangers of going from Annesburg to Tumbleweed? You're covering a lot of ground. So even Tumbleweed and Armadillo, you've got a cougar den, and then you've got the wolves on the way out until you hit Blackwater. And then I would go probably up to the Heartlands, and you got all the wolves around Strawberry if it's nighttime. Then you got across the Heartlands, and then you head out towards Annesburg. You've got the pack of wolves up by Moonstone-ish area, Three Sisters that can come down. And then obviously you go past Butcher's Creek, Van Horn, and then into Annesburg.
Yeah.
Then you got people you got to be aware of all the way through.
Oh, that's interesting. So you go up Strawberry Way when you go from, like, west out to Annesburg?
Well, if I'm on a wagon, I will go up towards Strawberry. I won't go to Strawberry, no way. But I
Okay.
go up, the water crossing that way, because you can't do the shortcut across the water if you're in a wagon.
Yeah. Okay, no, yeah. I thought you were actually going, like,
No.
up above Strawberry, and I was
no.
like,
I wouldn't go that way,
Strange.
yeah. Yeah, because it was like,
because that's way longer. Because then
Right.
you'd have to go up towards probably Wapiti if you were going out that way. And then across there, and then out to the Heartlands, or through a Craze, Three Sisters, and Barino. I mean, you could do it. I wouldn't go that way, but you could do it.
no, yeah. No, well, when you said
But that's the other
Strawberry to
thing.
Heartlands,
Yeah,
I was
no.
like, oh, you... That was confused me. That I was like, where are you getting from Strawberry to Heartlands from?
Well, I guess it's more rigs to Heartlands.
Yeah. But
That's the
yeah.
other thing, do you know multiple ways to get to a place? Because if you're told there's the Lobos poached up on the the normal water crossing over there, how are you going to get across the water?
Mm-hmm.
If you need to get out to Armadillo, but you can't go past Thieves, how are you going to get there?
The normal safe way.
Right, you don't go through Thieves to
No,
get to
past
Armadillo,
Thieves,
do you?
though.
Oh, right.
Most people go past there.
Strange.
Oh,
I
well,
usually
yeah.
head to McFarlane's. Is that what you mean?
Right. To get to McFarland's from here, most people go past Thieves Landing.
All right.
But you can get
What-
into New Austin by going up into by Tall Trees and then down past the waterfall and into the back of McFarland's.
I
Didn't have to
see.
go near Thieves at all.
Right, right.
Okay, yeah, so I didn't know about that one. I just knew the two ways
Thanks for the follow.
were Manteca, which you have to go through Thieves, so that's never an option. Or
You
the
don't
normal
have to go
crossing.
through Thieves, but yes, you have to get kind of close to here.
Alright.
Definitely risky. You could take a boat too, but you got to get pretty close to Thieves if you're taking a boat.
I try not to make a habit of going out too far west, so suppose I haven't thought about it too often.
Well, I've had it before
Oh.
where they were having an active shootout at Thieves, and I needed to go to Armadillo, and I was like, "How am I going to go there?" And then I realized I just crossed the Lower Montana further up
Yeah, okay.
by the
I see.
waterfall, and then come into the back of McFarland's, and then I go nowhere near Thieves.
Yeah. No, I see what you're saying. I thought there was a
Mhm.
different way.
Okay. I let her go. She's not a good fit.
Okay. Well, that
On
happens.
to the next training.
Oh,
No, she's gone to the outhouse. She'll be right back.
I was
Christ.
about to say, Jesus, wow.
I was going to
Yeah, no, she just
My
went to the
God.
outhouse. She's gonna come back and do her oath.
Okay, I'm going
Right.
to run to the outhouse while
Oh my
she
goodness,
is
did you think I
outhousing.
was serious?
Yes.
Good
Yeah,
job,
you,
George.
there was almost perfect delivery. I was, you had me going there.
I was gonna ask why, but I was in such shock. Like, what? She just did wonderful.
Yeah, no, she's great. She's gone to, but truthfully, she did go to the outhouse. She's gonna come back and she's gonna take her oath. I thought I'd bring her over here, so it's a good way to bring her into the fold, you know.
Right. Yes.
So, no,
Good lord.
can't believe you thought I was serious.
I think it's the fact that you came back alone as well.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, well,
the
perfect
clipboard out.
opportunity.
Right.
Oh, it's good to know a flawless delivery.
Certainly fooled me.
My goodness, I promise I am not that cold.
I'll take your word for it, I suppose.
Oh my goodness. You have to work on that, Vannevar, if you think I'm that cold.
Right.
Speaking of this new training, Bella, you're gonna have to work on your bedside manner.
So it seems. At least my Vannevar side manner.
I think I'm just very gullible, perhaps.
Yeah, perhaps I was just extremely convincing.
Right, yes. Well, that was my story.
Okay.
Hey, hello. How's everyone?
Hello. How are you?
Oh,
I'm getting better. Came back with a bit of something, but
Oh,
I think I'm getting
yeah.
past the worst of it.
I
Anyway,
I saw the telegram.
I can't remember what this guy's name is.
The telegram you
Fuck.
sent saying you were ill and that
Oh.
your traveling companion also got ill.
No, she didn't come with me. I think it was brought home,
Oh,
unfortunately.
you brought it back to her.
Yeah, I think so. It's possible.
I see,
Either
I
that
see.
or it was just me. I don't. But anyway, Bella, I was hoping to have a word with you about art stuff.
On the yes, okay, of course. This at this moment I can't
But-
right now.
Yeah, I see you got your clipboard. So just know
Well-
that I'm around. Or I'll try to be.
Okay.
So
Yeah, no, I'm about to swear in somebody, and then we have to go to our
Ooh.
meeting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we have a
Where-
department meeting.
Oh, okay. Hello over there, sir. Have you and I met? I don't believe we have.
Are you speaking with me?
Yeah.
Yes, Matthew Vannevar, pleasure.
Vannevar,
Have we
that's
met
right.
before? I'm not sure.
I-
You seem familiar.
I'm not entirely certain. I'm around. Alonzo Ziegler.
Right, yes,
Uh,
Mr.
oh.
Ziegler.
Oh, you're just in time
Yeah,
for
hello.
somebody to be
I'm a-
sworn in.
Medical liaison.
Howdy.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a pleasure.
All right.
Oh, I
So
apologize,
explain
miss.
So
yourself.
should I stick around, Bella, or I can go? No, it's fine.
Oh, Bella crushed.
Oh, and Fletcher. Oh, there's so many of.
I guess they want you
Yeah.
to stick around.
Well, our department meeting's soon.
Mm.
Oh,
So we'll
that makes
probably do
sense.
what we're doing and then head there right after.
Okay. Dramatic pause. Sorry about that.
Sure.
All right, Isa, you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So repeat after me. I, Isa Sole,
I, Isa Soleil,
solemnly promise I will lawfully and diligently
solemnly promise and diligently
yes, serve Saints Crossing,
serve Saints Crossing,
caring for the wounded,
care for the wounded,
promoting good health,
promoting good health,
and alleviating pain
and alleviating pain.
and suffering where I find it.
And could you repeat that again? I apologize.
That's
That wasn't
okay.
it.
And the suffering where I find it.
And suffering where I find it.
I will practice with integrity,
I will practice with integrity,
honesty, and compassion.
honesty, and compassion.
I will work with my colleagues
I will work with my colleagues
to the best
to the best,
for what is always done for the patient.
always done for the patient,
Very good. Seeking help when I need help
seeking help when I need help,
and helping my colleagues when they need it.
and helping my
What's
colleagues
the
when they need
preview?
it.
It's this, right?
I will never intentionally cause harm,
I will never intentionally cause harm.
There we go.
and I will always do the best to help treat my patient.
I will always do the best to my patients.
Or when the people of Crossing need our help,
And when the people of the crossing need our help,
we
I'm
will
getting
do
the
our
applause
best to
already.
provide it.
we will do our best to provide it.
I make this declaration
I make this declaration
of free conscience
of free conscience
and upon my honor
and upon my honor
that I will uphold the values of this department.
that I will uphold the values of this department.
Very good. And with that, I welcome you and congratulate you on a job well done. Welcome to the family.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much,
well
Hey,
ma'am.
congrats.
Well done. Well done.
Let me
Yep.
go get this
Good
paperwork
job.
turned in to the nurse.
I
And see if I
appreciate
can
you all.
find you a
Thank you.
clipboard.
So my apologies. I'd offer to shake your hand, but I think I'm kind of still coming down from something. But my name's Alonzo Ziegler, liaison with the medical department, the sheriff's office.
It's good to meet you, mister. I'm Isa.
What was that? Alonzo?
Alonso. It's
Oh,
good
no.
to- it's
I'm
good
sorry.
to meet you,
What was your
mister.
name?
My name's Isa. Like Isabel, but without the
Okay.
bell.
That's kind of what I figured you were saying, and I got in my own head
Is
about
there
it.
bees around?
Isa.
Do we need to get the wasp out?
There's always bees around somewhere. Well, it's good to meet you. It's good to meet you. I'm always happy to meet new people in the health department. or
Of
Department of
course,
Health, whatever.
mister. Are you also part of the health department? I don't think I've ever seen him before.
Well, in a manner of speaking, I technically did get jokingly sworn in, but no, I'm not a member of the medical department. I'm a deputy, but
Your deputy.
I consider myself
Whoa, look at that horse.
one of the
An-
medics, at least
an
personally,
honorary-
but
It's got like a
Honorary
C on its
medic.
head.
honorary, yeah, a member of the family.
Like a field medic?
Yeah, I am a field medic. Yeah.
Well, that's good to know.
But yeah, just if you ever see me around, I whenever I'm around, it is I like to just check in on the medics, make sure everything's going okay, and if you need to have a file reported or anything gone missing or anything like that. But yeah, I was just popping in. Oh, hello, Keziah.
Howdy. So, do we have a new medic in here? I heard a rumor.
Yes, ma'am.
Mhm.
I guess I should go ahead and change my sash, or do I keep this one?
Here you go. No, you changed up to a white sash. Bella, are we fighting? Get away.
Wait, what do you mean?
Here you go. This is your
Are we
stipend. Should be enough for 4 white sashes for your outfits.
I
Obviously, if you
appreciate
don't need
y'all.
4, you can spend it on something else. I don't really care.
All
But
right,
just make sure
well-
you have a white sash or when you're on duty.
Well, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and,
Oh.
and change this. I'll be back. Or do I need to
Um,
do something?
Yes. So the nurse said by the time you get back, if you want to sit down on the bench and close your eyes, they'll surprise you with your clipboard and set it on your lap when you open your eyes again.
All right, all right.
They like to be dramatic.
So should I do that now, or should I come back with a white sash?
That's entirely up to you.
Whichever
Alright.
order you want to do it in, it's just
Yes.
fine.
Well, let me go ahead and
But we
change
do
this.
have a medical meeting in 20 minutes, so
Which you get to go to.
All right, well, let me go ahead and
All right. Well, with that, I'm gonna take my leave, I suppose. But reach out whenever you're done with your meeting, if you have the time, Bella and Emmett, if you'd like to go hunting, like we discussed.
Mhm.
I'll try to be around most of today, and
Alright.
use the distraction if you're not planning on being on duty.
No, yeah, actually that sounds good. I've been on duty
Okay.
quite a bit, so I should probably not. So
Okay. All right. Well, I'll
Alright,
get out
sounds
your
good.
hair.
I'll send
Hello,
you a
Mr.
telegram.
Klein. Okay.
Howdy, Fletcher.
Hello.
I'm going now.
all right, we'll see you there in just a minute.
Is that gentleman going to the meeting as well?
He's
Doesn't
bringing
he-
us food. We ordered a lot of food.
Oh, right. Yes, I thought he was a purveyor of a... Isn't he a sausage type of man?
That's right.
Right, yes. I think I've met him before.
It's Dolphy.
Right. That's the name.
Yeah, we have fish and chips from Arthur. We've got chocolate from the chocolate guy. Arabis, I think his name is. We've got lemonade. We've got root beer. Yeah, we got a
Truly
whole lot of stuff.
spoiled.
And Dolphy is bringing us a whole range of sausages.
Well,
We
now
had a very busy time.
I wish I hadn't eaten just now with Issa. Should have
Well,
saved
knowing
some
how our
space.
meetings go, you'll probably get peckish.
Oh, you
Right.
get package.
Right, I'm sure.
And anything that's not eaten will be left for the late meeting. Yeah, Bella and I figured since we were going to have the meeting today, rather than abandon Issa, we better swear her in so she could just come along.
Yes, it'd feel cruel not to let her in on the niceties.
Oh, it's actually perfect because I'll make her update Mara's file then.
There you go.
It was just removing
She can do her
snitching.
very first paperwork.
Yeah,
Yeah, you should talk her through it when you get 5 minutes to do it.
yeah.
Hooray!
Yep,
One
yep.
of us, one of us, one of us.
The cult grows.
About time. It hasn't grown in ages. I mean, okay, we got Perez, but now it's grown more, you know? More.
But it seems like there's a few trainees on the way, from what I saw in the paperwork.
Yeah, we got a few. I am concerned about one of them, but we got a few.
Oh, interesting.
Not gonna lie here, Flex.
Oh, Fletcher, that reminds me, I owe you $200 too.
Oh, right.
So let's do that now before you
Yeah.
have to leave town and I forget again.
I have to leave town. You know.
Well, I mean, leave town to go to the meeting
Oh,
and then you gotta go
right.
to a bank.
We got 4 trainees on the way. Well, Easter's can be closed now, so we've got another 3. Interesting. Very interesting.
There is someone up in Ansburg who is requesting stitches.
I can go.
No, you have all the food. I'll just do it.
No, I'll go because because I'm gonna be leading the meeting at 9.
Oh, okay.
So that way you don't miss the meeting.
All right.
Should we be clocking off for the meeting? Not sure exactly.
Oh.
I'm gonna wipe myself off the blackboard, but staying clocked on.
Sure.
Fletcher doesn't like my anti-robbery advice.
Your anti-robbery advice is rubbish.
What's your
it works for
anti-robbery
me.
advice?
No, it doesn't.
Just don't get robbed.
Coincidences.
Right. Suppose
Hey,
it's
Emmett,
easier said than done.
Have you tried just not getting robbed?
Well, I
and
think part
getting
of it is
kidnapped?
just don't ride around with guns.
Yeah.
Nobody pays any attention to me because I don't carry any guns.
I
could have $600 in my pocket, which I usually do, to be honest. Nobody blinks at me twice. I've been robbed once, and it was of $35.
Keziah, that's luck more than anything else.
Is it luck? I've been in the crowd
It
for 8
is luck.
months.
It is genuinely luck.
It is. Like,
What a vision! What a delight!
Hey,
Who's that?
Hello.
how's it going?
Going well,
Good.
going well. How are you?
You know, going okay.
Better?
Yeah.
Good.
Oh, is this Blanche?
I was trying to get out of here early so that I could go to the meeting. So,
Well, good timing. We're all about to go.
are you?
Yeah.
The
Are we?
bathing pool?
I gotta run to
We could. I mean,
Ennisburg.
we've got one of the doctor's
Why?
wagons. I could swing around to the
There's a
large
patient
coach.
needs stitches.
Okay.
Actually,
since
okay,
Fletcher's here, I'll come right
Yep.
to the meeting as soon as it's done.
All right, that works for me.
And then that way everybody else can make it to this meeting.
All right.
I'll be there as
Be
soon
safe.
as I am done with this. Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Be safe.
Oh,
Oh, fuck. My game just crashed. Did the server crash? Server restart? I think the server just restarted. Right as we're about to do the meeting. Fuck. That's such bad timing. Just a crash, I think. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, no. Huh. Well. Can I just connect back? Surely. Let's get this up then quickly. How strange. I think it's fine. Yeah, there we go. We're back. Good grief. Wow. We're loading back in now. There we are. Like nothing happened. It crashed again. Oh no. What's going on? Do I need to full restart? What's going on here? Oh no. Well, this isn't good. Okay. Give me 2 seconds while we wait and see if this resolves itself. I'll be right back. Okay. We're gonna try this again, see if everything loads up here. If you bear with me. It looks like it's back up. There's a lot of people on. Oh, thanks for the follow, Trenium. Thank you. We're just loading back in after the crash. So give me a sec. If it crashes again, I'm not sure what to do because, I mean, I didn't do anything wrong. You know what I mean? It's not me. There we go. Right, Jesus. Ugh. Okay.
Your ride, sir.
Oh, am I joining in here? Is there enough
Hop
space?
on. Yeah, there's plenty of space. Oh, Blanche, I didn't just yell the moment I saw him.
No, you most certainly
Cheeky
did.
git. I gave him about 5 seconds. 10 seconds.
That's not enough time for me to orient myself.
Right, I haven't left anyone behind. You're not about to tell me that Silas was secretly under the bed and is about to jump out and be like, "Hello, everyone."
Well, that's a very
Oh,
good
I
Silas. I hear Assassin's Creed, I lock the fuck in, yeah, true.
Do apologize if I'm a little quiet. I'm just trying to organize myself.
No worries.
All right.
I'll just need to remember to take the turn off when we get near it. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep heading towards roads and be like, "Where is everyone? What's going on?"
Yeah. No, I remember because I think this time in the meeting description it was a bit better, but I remember my first one of these, it was like the dock at Rhodes, and I'm just like,
Which dock at roads?
yeah, I'm like running all around, like actually near Rhodes, and it's like, oh no, it's the turn off. Oh man.
I remember when I wrote the initial paperwork for the meeting to be like, "All right, everyone, it's southwest of roads," and then I checked the map and I realized, oh, it's not southwest of roads.
Huh?
Good day.
That was Keppel.
Indeed, I saw Keppel and I saw Pointer
Yeah.
and I think Likely. Nearly there, everyone. Nearly there.
Can we stop for snacks?
Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
Good lord.
It's too hot.
Oh, I forgot my clipboard back at the office.
Oh, great.
We'll get there when we get there.
I need a bathroom break.
We'll get there when we get there.
Stick your ass out the window and go on with traffic.
Oh my god.
Christ.
Oh my god.
Was that Dolphy again?
Yeah, it was. I went wide, he went wide, I went wider to make sure we didn't hit him. Alright, there's the turn off. Just there.
He was moving yesterday, but I couldn't tell if he was moving in or out.
He has a restaurant in Blackwater. And I
Oh,
think
I
he still
see.
has it. But yeah, he catered for a lot of this too, so.
Oh.
Backing up. Backing up.
Oh.
Backing up. Backing up.
Emmett said no.
Backing up. Backing up.
Christ.
Oh, mercy.
I just
Alright,
tackled
we have
him.
come to a full stop. Everyone may now dismount.
There we are. I've never seen Emmett get put on the floor that quickly.
Yeah. It is. My god, it's pouring with rain.
I just tackled
Good lord.
Emmett. That's not
Birdie.
Oh,
That's
it is
Birdie.
Birdie. Okay, she's
Yeah.
got her head down.
Oh, it's fine.
There's
Good
only
if you
one person I
train
know in
your
the medical department who just
Vannevar
tackles
side.
other
Birdie,
people.
do not tackle Blanche. That's the only rule today, okay?
I
Blanche
Wait,
is
Birdie!
injured.
Who
I
said
need
you?
Birdie!
Oh.
Why did I end up in Jed's apartment?
He asked for it. But was that not?
He's not my next of kin or nothing.
Well,
Wow.
He's my friend. He's very sweet. But
he's
he's
back
not my
from
next
Parma, so I'll ask him what the hell he was
Is
thinking.
he? Okay. I mean, he's very sweet and everything, but I'm
Oh.
just like, people
Quite
are gonna
the
think that
scandal.
I know people are gonna think I get around with rangers at this point.
Good lord.
Oh my
Blanche,
god.
Blanche,
That's...
living
Oh my
on the
god, what
wild
if I
side.
put you in... Oh god, that's my bad entirely. What if it was a serial killer? I didn't know.
Oh, it's okay. I just thought it was very funny that I woke up and that was probably the third thing that I was told after waking up. Like, yeah, for some reason you were in Jed's apartment. I said, what?
He was like with you the whole time, so concerned. So yeah, in my
Aw.
mind, it was okay.
Well, no, that's fine. We were just
I
trying to
moved
figure
her
out
the
why.
next morning because I got the telegram on the paperwork and I was like, what is going on? And I'll go down Strawberry and they're like, oh, she's in Mr. Thompson's room. I'm like, who's Mr. Thompson? Her boyfriend's name's Mackenzie. Lingo.
Mhm.
And they're like, nope, not that room. I went, Blanche Martin. Jed Thompson's room. Why? Open up
Why
the
you-
door. She's coming out.
Oh my god, have I created drama?
Why are you shacking up with my ex-husband?
I'm not.
Scandal.
I know. And let me tell you, my brother got a hold of that, and he's never gonna let me live it down because I'm gonna guess he's not even met Jed yet, but he likes him more than Mac because he thinks that he's more entertaining. And so now it's just gonna be like, oh lord.
Emmett asked me about it, and this morning he said, do you know where I get? And I was like, no, I didn't know where I get. Yeah, he did.
So
So-
Jed's
Right
real
around the
sweet. He
time,
was
he
probably
was
just wanted
like-
to look over you.
Why
Yeah.
did you make Sky my +1? It makes it so awkward. I was like, he. That's why.
Well, she's dating Stan.
I know who I dislike, for one.
Stan and shit.
Yep, for one. But also, it's just funny to mess with your brother.
That's true. He's very
And I
easy to
really
mess
like
with.
Sky. We just need to save her from Pronghorn. Hello, everybody.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
If we'd all like to step inside, the meeting will begin shortly.
What if
That's
we don't
ominous.
want to sit?
Right.
Yeah.
Exciting.
I mean, if you don't want to, then you can happily stay outside. Just make sure you can hear me.
There are boxes of food out on the dock,
could mic
including
that
drinks
I'd rather
and
oil, right?
chocolate and all kinds of things that Bella and I bought today.
By the way, I'm completely fine with
So
all
if
that.
anybody
It
is
was funny
hungry
because
or
I
enjoys a
was
good snack during a
just
meeting,
around with
they are all out
Funny.
behind
it's
the
very
door.
funny.
I am a good snack.
Oh, pleasure. Did everybody hear me about the food?
Yes.
No, could you say it again?
There are boxes of food out on the dock, including drinks and
I-
chocolate. Yeah, I know
He's
you
joking.
heard it. Oh, I know. And Issa, welcome to your first medical meeting.
Welcome, Issa. Congratulations on your certification.
Thank you, thank you.
Certification is crazy.
I guess my next question was the little clipboard. I'm gonna be receiving one as well.
You will indeed.
Oh, you're gonna love your clipboard.
There will be.
Did you take your nap?
I guess I'll take it now. I forgot. I apologize.
Yeah, I'm sure Fletcher can sort
sorry.
out the paperwork and forms for you.
Yeah, it's alright. I can get real sorry.
Go ahead and take my nap.
Medical nap. Very
Medical
important before your very first medical meeting.
Yeah, I just took a medical nap and I feel great. I don't know about the sound of that one. Well, I do. I don't know, but how you said it just concerned me. Wait, so
He was in my apartment, Blanche.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
On the couch, taking a nap.
Oh my.
I don't see a crate or nothing.
Oh,
It's out back.
It's
It's
behind
outside.
the house.
It's on the
yeah.
dock.
Okay, because I was
Yeah,
like,
I'll show
I'm a
you.
little,
I gotta grab
I'm a little
something.
hungry.
Have any of you ever read those murder mystery books where, you know, you've got the detective who brings everyone together for like the ladies and gentlemen, there has been a murder, and they're all like described as being on or around like a couch.
I think I know what you're talking
Where are
about.
you?
Are you saying that this is? Are we in this situation right now? Is this a ruse?
I feel like you and I, Matthew, are like, you know, with the investigators are like, ladies and gentlemen, we have assembled all the evidence,
We had spent that whole damn day together, and I got.
and the light will go out. And then
Well, I haven't murdered anyone this week. Birdie, what about you?
Not
This
this far. We'll
week.
see though.
Not in the crossing, right, Birdie?
Yeah, not in the girls. I don't know about New Mexico.
Good
Oh
lord.
God.
Suppose I won't ask.
I kind of want to, but also I don't. The two warring sides of curiosity.
I mean, Brady might be a bit sore, but that's it.
Oh God.
I'm sorry.
No, no. We don't need to dig into that. We don't need to dig into that at all.
I said that purely for reactions. So glad I got one. Thank you.
Mhm. You know me. I aim to please. Alright, so we'll just give Blanche a moment. And then we shall begin.
Oh, are you Issa? Isa? How do you?
Issa.
Issa.
Like Isabel, but without the bell.
Peregrine!
Gotcha. I'm Birdie. Nice to meet you.
I don't think I've ever
Good to meet you, ma'am.
Sorry, I didn't do very good on the introductions.
You're all right.
That's okay. I'm a big girl. I can do it.
She's got a cool
I don't know,
outfit,
Birdie. I've seen
Peregrine.
you flirt.
Oh my God.
I'm telling you, Twin Tuesdays have to come back. I miss them.
Yeah, I do too. We should do one before your wedding. It won't be on. Oh, yeah, well, it will be because it's on Wednesday, right?
It's on Monday.
Oh fuck! I read wrong.
Oh, good lord.
I didn't know Prim was
Wait,
getting married.
and also, it's Twin Tuesday, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but Birdie thought my wedding was on Wednesday, so there would have been the Tuesday before my wedding. Unfortunately, there's no. We can make Monday a Tuesday if we get up early.
We could, or tomorrow, but I don't know if you'll be around.
Maybe early,
Okay.
Could always be your hen do, isn't it?
but later in the day I got church.
Yeah, that's not a good day to drink on.
Isn't it?
It depends on.
It's the the
beliefs and-
blood of Christ, right?
What a,
The
what a
Holy
time
Sacraments.
to go purify your body in the house of God when after it's filled with poison. No, look at that wonderful bastard.
What?
Oh.
Issa, you finding everything on the board okay?
Yes, my clipboard is enormous. Why is my clipboard so big?
Well, we
I
couldn't
think your
help
hands are
ourselves.
just smaller than Fletcher's.
Do you have bad eyesight? Maybe they got you the extra large size for the print paste, you know.
Hold on, what's this about me having big hands? I have wonderful hands.
Is there anything that's supposed to be above a medic?
No.
All right. Okay. Well, these are very big.
Oh, it's very, very big. So, we have...
Authoritative. It's very much in my face.
Blanche, why don't you take a seat? You're bloody... You need to make sure you're off your feet.
Oh
my
Louise.
God.
My
No,
left
you
is
know,
fine.
I'll stay
This side here. Here,
No,
you
it's
have
okay.
the seat.
No,
Okay.
You're both engaged.
Now there's gonna be rumors about you and Keziah too.
Oh,
Sister
there was
wives. Here we go.
There were already
Sister
things
wives. Oh my
started last
God.
night in regards to being in a wagon together.
Oh yeah. Ooh. Ugh.
Anyway.
Anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, over the age of 18, I welcome you to the departmental meeting of the Saints Crossing Department of Health. Please ensure that you either have some food, some drink, have had some food or drink, or you have collected some from the outside, where the wonderful Senior Medic Prim and Senior Dr. Bellatrix have procured some food for you all.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
The biggest order of business, before we get into things properly, is obviously to welcome our newest member. So,
Howdy.
for those of you who don't know, we have Miss Issa joining us. And Issa, we have... Oh, I'll let everyone introduce themselves.
I'm Birdie.
I'm Method Mason.
I am Silas Owsley. Hello.
Oh, okay. I don't want to speak for anyone. Howdy, I'm Peregrine Hawthorne. I think I trained you for like a little bit and then I handed you off almost immediately. I'm so sorry.
Yes, ma'am.
But
all good.
welcome. I'm Keziah Prim.
Howdy.
Yes, Matthew Vannevar here. I know we've already been through this today, but welcome.
And Blanche Martin.
It is a pleasure.
And I'm
why don't
Chevalier.
we really quickly just say our roles so Issa knows what we do in the department? Quick fire. Birdie.
Senior medic, also dabble in counseling.
Medic.
Oh, I'm a medic and a counselor, and I'm here for y'all's emotional support anytime y'all need me.
Thank you, Silas. Medic, trying to become maybe a doctor. I mostly deal with herbs.
I'm senior medic.
Yes, medic counselor.
Nurse.
Senior doctor. And I stay far away from counselling.
And I'm really good at amputations.
She gets excited about them.
All
She's,
right.
she's a cut above the rest.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
God.
Well, I quit.
Very good.
She stands on a leg above you all.
Oh, okay. I definitely am double quitting. Okay, I'm back in.
I got a good foot up in the department. What can I say?
All right. Let's put a finger on this.
All right,
Well,
let's,
no,
let's
it's
get let's-
funny because she just took Mercer's leg.
What?
Oh.
All right.
Hilarious.
All right, getting back on track
Anyway.
before we get too distracted. So, the first big order of business we're going to go through is paperwork. So, obviously, we've got a few folks who came into the department fresh and new and bushy-tailed. And as we're all aware, you can't really train folks on paperwork before they join because they can't really see the shenanigans. So, proper titling of paperwork, the go-to layout is obviously you need your report tag to go first in closed brackets. So, Issa, typically the ones we have that you will see most common are FU, which doesn't stand for you, it stands for follow-up. Then we have RES for resolved. And then, unfortunately, the other most common ones are multiple down, MD, or RIP. Obviously, rest in peace.
On this
Fo-
note, I would like to bring up really fast on blood testing. It is BT in square brackets, then square brackets FU. It's not FUBT. It's not BTFU in no brackets. Please, please, please try and get this right for the nurses in Saint Denis, or they have a really hard time with the paperwork.
They do, and they start crying. You lot, it's messy. So start with a tag, then typically on RIP, FU, RES files, I do the name of the patient and then dash the injury or basically something that will grasp your attention to give you a hint as to what's in the file, or the illness, the ailment, etc. Multiple down files can be a little broader. Oftentimes we'll all just put MD and then Valentine, say deputies, or I've written in the past, say Woods versus deputies or something like that, Valentine. Essentially, it's something just to grab the attention and say, that was on that day, that's what happened. Nice and simple. Regarding in the file itself, most folks are really good at this. Obviously, there are a couple of folks who like to go over on the details. Try and keep it short and to the point. We want it easy to read. Writing an essay is wonderful and beautiful, and I'm sure it's very impressive, but we also need it to be easy to read. Obviously, there are folks of varying levels of skills and knowledge, and in the ideal world, it needs to be readable, because if you die tomorrow and someone picks up your paperwork and says, what the bloody hell were they writing? That's going to be about as much help as a chocolate fireguard in the Great Fire of London.
Oh, right.
So, moving on from that for everyone, every day make sure you check the in need of staff and the daily bulletin at the start of your shift. Obviously, as everyone's well aware, in need of staff oftentimes have patients in there who could really do with a good looking after. Or even if you see a patient in there who's maybe been in there for a few days or a week, and there are no notes of anyone who's reached out, maybe just reach out and ask them, has anyone reached out to you? If the answer is no, consider either picking up the case yourself or trying to at least facilitate that process, maybe even by acting as a medium between the patient and one of the local doctors in, say, Saint Denis or Valentine or Strawberry. Get them the treatment so that way we can start clearing through that list. And obviously, I would stress to all of you, remember, please, to note down if you have reached out to a patient, so that way we don't have that moment of, I've already been reached out to a few days ago, or even the opposite can happen where, no one's reached out to me, when actually, say, someone has. There's just been, say, a breakdown in communication. Keep your records, essentially. Also, when you have an ongoing patient, we've already touched on this, just make sure you note down when you send follow-up telegrams. Including a copy of the telegram would work beautifully, or even just noting down, Chevalier 08/10 dash follow-up telegram sent inquiring as patient's times and days. Things like that. Archiving. I know it's one of those things that can easily fall by the wayside. If a file is marked as resolved, it can be archived ideally within the next 3 days. If it's a follow-up, archive it after 7 days of no changes, as it were, assuming it's the patient hasn't come back in. If it's a follow-up ongoing file, leave it for the time being, but if we see it in there after, say, I don't know, I'd say 2-3 weeks of inactivity, it can be archived, but they can always be brought out of the archive. Archive is not shredding it and burning it in the flames like this wonderful fire beside us. It is just putting it in deeper storage. So just keep that in mind. We'd like to keep our filing cabinet nice and tidy. I have heard horror stories, and they are very terrifying, of what, say, the Sheriff's Department's filing cabinet looks like, or their tip line. My God, over 100 pages. I would like us to keep it nice and neat, nice and tidy, so we can all have that nice ease of readability. A reminder regarding death certificates. Anyone can write a death certificate, but only a member of the senior team or a doctor can sign off on them. And only write up the death certificate properly if you have seen the body. I know this may seem, we've had it before. We'll receive a tip in from, Deputy who says, oh, we had a body came in on this day. You can have it for your paperwork. Making a note of the fact the person's dead is all right, but a death certificate can only be officially filled out if a member of the medical team has seen the body and taken note of it. The Sheriff's Department do have their own templates for death certificates, so they can handle those situations. So just keep in mind, no body, there's going to be no signature, and most of the time, no certificate. And a final reminder regarding paperwork is the next of kin. When you update someone's next of kin, reach out to the person. Obviously, if you've seen them in person, they've approached you and said, oh, hello, I would like my next of kin to be changed to and you know the person, For example, Keziah approaches me and asks, I know it's Keziah. If it's a stranger, sometimes my go-to is also to send a tip to the individual whose next of kin you've just changed, just in case. That wasn't Jimmy who always wears the blue hat. It was actually someone impersonating him, and they've just tried to get their next of kin changed. Confirm that the person wanted their next of kin to be changed in case someone was impersonating or being a bit of a plonker, as it were. Moving on to the next wonderful order of business, the tip line. Remember to mark things as resolved if you followed up with the patient, and if you are, shall we say, looking into a matter, please make sure you're marked as responding. That way, it's, for example, we've all had it, you clock on duty, you look at the tip line, you think, all right, there are a couple of people requesting follow-ups. Anyone in this room can perform a follow-up. Sometimes a follow-up you might go through it, and you might be thinking, ooh, actually, pardon my language, crap, I don't know what I'm doing here. Or, ooh, this seems like there's going to be deeper work involved. My go-to advice is, if you are ever unsure, similar to if you're ever in a room and you need to treat someone, grab the local doctor and say, doctor, I have this concern. Could you double check and just make sure this is the correct diagnosis, or this is the diagnosis that you'd reach as well? That way we can still keep the wheel turning, as it were. We can accurately diagnose. This does, once again, link back to our earlier conversation regarding following up in the needs of patients, in need of doctor, or in need of treatment. Sometimes, we have a set number or a limited number of folks in the department who can perform certain procedures. Obviously, if you ever want to learn how to do certain things, just grab one of us. Trust me, I love it when folks are in the room and like, ooh, how do I do this? Oh, please come on in, all of you. Let's not to make the patient uncomfortable, but let's have an audience. Right, so this is what you do here. Essentially, facilitate the treatment, facilitate the person getting the care they need, or at least make sure they feel heard and cared for. We want to make sure that people are feeling heard and cared for. Obviously, just being safe while you're doing it. And something very critical, whenever you are performing follow-ups or keeping in touch with patients, always have them telegram medic and not your personal telegram number. Your personal telegram number should ideally be for your personal matters only, or certain, say, very, very specific circumstances. But once again, it comes back to, if you die tomorrow, we're not going to know that you're currently performing several follow-ups with X if they're only sending them to your personal telegram number. Try and keep all liaisons to the medic tip line. And I know some folks will be like, well, I don't want a telegram medic because I want you to be the one treating me. Stress to them that that's not the point. The point is that we need to know, and the communications need to be visible, so that if something are to happen to you, that person's treatment can still go on and go ahead. And we've all had that person who's like, I want to be treated by you. Again, just stress. It needs to go to medic. It needs to.
One additional note on this, it is a personal safety matter because if you are directly telegramming the person, they can see where you are based on the location stamp on the telegram. We have had an unfortunate experience in this regard. Birdie, I think you were responding from tip line even, saying where she was coming from to go and meet a patient, and unfortunately that person decided to set up an ambush. So it's really important that you're just very aware of the information you are giving out, whether that's about your colleagues or about yourself, and it's little things and tips that these people will pick up on. So that's why we use the tip line a lot.
Something just as a note regarding the safety matter. If someone approaches you and says, hey, is X medic on duty? Just, I don't know. I don't know if they're around. Haven't checked. I'm doing other matters. I've been busy. Some crap, anything. Because if it's a lawman or a ranger, they can see the blackboard. They know if we're around.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's someone asking who respectfully shouldn't know, there is likely a reason for it. It could be the most mundane thing possible. It could be, I want to deliver food for Keziah. Keziah's ordered some food to one of the offices. But you don't know that. You don't know for sure. Be safe. Even, they're not around right now. Could I take a message for you? Or can I pass something along? Just keep your safety and the safety of everyone else in mind. Because unfortunately the world is full of, individuals, wasn't it? So, regarding now daily operations.
Ooh.
There is a development with counselling, where practices regarding the area of counselling are currently in the midst of being updated and refined. I'm not sure how much the lovely counsellor present, Birdie White, would want to touch on this, or do you want me to kind of breeze over a little bit with the overview?
Yeah, I haven't read the latest updates on it
All
since
right.
I put my input in, so you're welcome to.
So to give the short and sweet of it is, the new refinement to our counselling policies and procedures will be to encourage the health of our staff. We've noticed that over the past several months, if not longer, counsellors tend to be these brilliant, beautiful candles whose wick gets burned out rather quickly due to overwork, stressing themselves out, taking on a lot of patients. We adore each and every one of our members in the department. Every single one of you. Seeing a candle go out breaks the heart of everyone present. These new policies and procedures are going to be put in place to ensure the health of the counsellors, as well as help to facilitate the treatment of the patients. As certain, shall we say, more mundane matters will be pushed aside in favour of more, essentially serious matters, and patients who are deemed unable to be treated within state will be encouraged to seek treatment out of state. Once again, we want to keep all of those fires burning and the light shining. Now, our next point regarding operations is our ban list. Found within our wonderful documentation cabinet, you will find a complete list of our current banned individuals. As a reminder, if one of these individuals is to enter the office, you are to attempt there is to be no aggressive action, there is to be no instigating of incidents or anything like that. Take note of it, and then once they have departed, inform law. The person has just committed a wonderful crime there of trespassing. Individuals on the ban list can typically they range from moderate to rather severe actions. And the individuals in question, tend to be rather dangerous.
Small point of clarification on what Fletcher's just said.
Mm-hmm.
They are allowed in the office as they are being treated. You don't got to report that to law if they're in getting treated. But if they are loitering, if they are in messing around with our things, if they're hovering on the porch, anything like that, then they are considered to be in violation of their ban.
Indeed. An additional note regarding certain matters, Guarma and Sisika. On the Guarman side of things, we have no medical leeway, authority, you name it, we don't have it. As far as we're concerned, our concern is the crossing. You are all members of the Saints Crossing Department of Health. Guarma is not a part of the crossing. If we ever get a telegram on the tip line that's, hey, can you come to Guarma to come treat someone? The answer's no, we can't. But if you bring them to Johannesburg, we can get them sorted there. 9 times out of 10, there is always some more malicious reason or some underlying hint as to why they want them to be treated on Guarma, or there's something else going on. Once again, having medical staff go over to Guarma to treat people has never ended well. So we just like to stress that. Do not, if a tip comes in on the line or something's going on Guarma, you are not to go. We have no authority whatsoever. And regarding Sisika, obviously, Sisika visitation is something kept very, 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 very well guarded, as it were. Unless specifically requested by, I believe it's a senior deputy, undersheriff, or sheriff, we don't really go to Sisika. Medical
They
staff.
have a full complement of doctors there. We don't need to go.
Yeah, we don't need to go to Sisika. Contrary to what a lot of people say, the Sisika inmates, not the inmates, the doctors and medical staff there can perform similar work to our local staff, and as we all know, our local staff can perform quite some wonderful matters when it comes down to it. Unless you're specifically requested to go by, once again, a senior deputy, undersheriff, or sheriff, or even one of the Sisika guards, though that is quite unheard of. Oftentimes, if an autopsy is requested, they will bring the body to the mainland, as we have experienced in the past, where I've met the Sisika guards at the docks, just near the telegram office, to take a body for the autopsy to be performed in Saint Denis. Hello, Bella.
Hello.
So just keep that in mind. Once again, don't take a boat and go for a joyride to Sisika because one of the deputies has said, hey, can you head out there? Not a deputy, needs to be higher, and they shall come and collect you. There are very strict rules regarding Sisika. And of course, regarding training, there are training materials available, once again, in the Saints Crossing Department of Health documentation cabinet, which will aid you in facilitating the training of any of our wonderful trainees. I would encourage you to review these notes. And if you're ever in a quiet moment with a trainee, honestly, the most important matters to make sure that they've gone over is emergency first aid, first of all, medication, the department favorites, as we'll often call them, the medication administration, stitching practical, I remember witnessing, was it Jane Doe being treated? Which was incredibly amusing. And just facilitating this training and making sure that people are being trained, keeping the wheel turning, keep the trainee learning something new every shift. I know sometimes the trainee will clock on and be like, right, it's time for training. Check the tip line. Oh crap, there's 3 multiple downs. One's in Annisburg, one's in Tumbleweed, one's in bloody Strawberry. Oftentimes, what's the old saying about learning on the job? They will learn a lot of things on the job. Just try and make sure you note that down in the trainee feedback. For example, one of our newest trainees, a Miss Voss, I've reviewed the trainee feedback from Veronica from the previous evening, and it seems like she had something of a trial by fire with 3 multiple downs in a row.
Oh.
Which might not be reflected in the training with the boxes that have been ticked, but you can make a note of that in the feedback to say, oh, this person performed beautifully under these circumstances, or they didn't. Once again, good and bad. But if there's bad, make sure it's constructive. What was it that they struggled with? Couldn't this be improved upon? Is this a concern?
If
Always
you're not
important.
a very confident teacher, you don't think you are anyway, all you're doing is letting this person see what the job is. That's a really good start. Just let them shadow you. Let them ask you questions, because you should be able to explain what you do as part of your job. And that's most of what we're doing with the trainees is showing them the job. And then for the specific skills that you don't feel confident teaching, someone else could get to teaching it. We have the flip side of the story, which is we have some trainees who never get practical work because of the hours they're doing. And at that point, we might need to get a little bit inventive with how we teach them those practical skills. So there's a lot of creativity, but remember, you are all qualified to do this job. You're all trusted to save lives. You can show a trainee how you do your job. And if you're nervous about showing someone how you do your job, then I got some questions about what you're doing.
And if you need assistance, 9 times out of 10 I've found if you're in a town where there are deputies present and the deputies, you know, it's a slow part of the day. Let's put it like this. If the tip line isn't dinging off with multiple downs or people injured, sometimes the deputies can be having a quiet day as well and saying, hey, do some of you want to pretend to be corpses for me? Or do you want to pretend to have a concussion? They tend to just go for it immediately.
Or, hey, remember how you sew 16 stitches in? Can you come here?
Or one of the rangers, you know, hey, pretend to be one of the animal people for me. Like, you've just been bitten by a cougar.
One of the animal
they
people.
Tend to really get into it. Sometimes a little too
That's
much.
awesome.
But it's always a good tickle. And honestly, it's good to expose trainees to other departments because we work together quite closely. And as we all know, Transit and then us are essentially like just crossed fingers. We're almost always in the same space together. And I know for a fact that Victor is more than happy to throw himself on the ground and pretend to have a concussion. Moving on to some dour notes. Mixture, good and bad. So we'll start with the bad. There are some current concerns floating around regarding certain exterior and interior matters. We have an individual known as Emmerin Barton, who has made some threats to members of the medical department. They are on the ban list. They have been on the ban list since late last year, and they will be remaining on the ban list for the foreseeable future. Once again, if this person approaches you at the office and they are not seeking treatment, take note, report it to law afterwards. Stay safe, be careful. Once again, do not agitate matters, keep it calm. There are several active gang threats. I mean, good lord, this is the crossing. There are almost always some gangs going around. We have a couple of the gangs still on the ban list. The Woods gang, I do believe, still are present on the ban list.
Correct.
Due to a certain evening, I believe roughly a month or two ago, where they decided to cause endless problems for the medical department, which has earned them something of our ire. Once
and
again,
they have since been up to shenanigans. Quickly on that note with the gangs, you can assume they're all basically on the ban list in terms of they shouldn't be hanging around our office. They shouldn't be loitering. They should only be there for treatment. If they're hanging around, that's a problem. Because they're dangerous people, and ideally we want to be moving them along.
Like, for example, the Night Fan gang.
Good example.
Obviously, when you come into an office, we've all had it. You come into an office, and there's glass on the floor, and one of the nurses is giving you the
glass mention.
Yeah, look. As you notice that some morphine's been stolen. Once again, we have a document in the documentation cabinet of all thefts and disturbances in the offices. Make a note in the document. You know, it'll be time, day, what was stolen, which office, and estimated value. If you're struggling with values, sometimes I'll actually have a little chinwag and see what we're selling certain things for, and I'll make estimates off of that. I do believe one of our highest recorded robberies was over $4,000 of medical supplies from St. Denis.
Jesus Christ.
Which was absolutely ridiculous.
We got a new one too.
Oh no.
Something just happened yesterday. St. Denis office was, they had a lot of damage. Nothing was really taken, but enough damage was done. It's been reported to law. So just be careful. St. Denis tends to get hit quite a bit, it seems. It's very close to...
That's where the good drugs are.
Some of the towns that are a little more rowdy and have no medical presence.
Rolls
So
eyes
just
in
be
medical, get that screenshotted.
Indeed. Yes, be wary of St. Denis in particular. I've often found that tends to be the office that's just always getting hit. especially for the big ones. Interdepartmental relations. I do believe that maybe a couple of the other seniors have some notes regarding this. As
I'm
I
getting
found,
married on Monday.
yeah.
Congratulations.
Sorry, that was a joke. Please continue, Fletcher.
I mean, are we doing literal interdepartmental relations? Or are we doing figurative ones?
Don't worry, I got Rangers covered.
So, is she gone? Is she fully just left?
Yeah, she left. I think she just jumped in the lake.
Oh,
Hi.
Lord. So, starting off with the nice and easy one, our relationship with Transit is
Sorry,
as
I was
wonderful
getting
as ever.
thirsty.
Transit and medical department get along like two peas in a pod. With the Rangers, I believe everything's been working well. Haven't heard too many mumblings. I will ask folks to keep in mind that Rangers are remaining within their purview regarding first aid. We should not be seeing any injections being made, any stitch work being performed in our offices. Once again, if you witness someone who's not medical performing stitch work in our offices, that is medical malpractice, and they can get charged for it. And if you witness that, feel free to let one of the senior team know, and we can take care of it. Because then I can moan at their bosses, and we can go from there. Yes.
That, now, what about setting up IVs? Because sometimes I'll come into an office and someone that is very clearly not a medic has set up an IV or something like that.
Also a crime.
Also
Okay.
a crime.
If it's not somebody certified, they should not be putting anything into somebody's body or taking
IVs.
anything out of somebody's body.
What are you doing?
So I don't want to see bullets popped out. I don't want to be sutures put in. I don't want needles put in. If they're not certified, we don't know their work. Obviously, local doctors and nurses, they're wonderful teams. We trust them. They are there for deputies and rangers, folks, when we're not in the office. But random people off the street, we don't know who they are. So they should not be putting things into people's bodies.
It can cause no end of problems.
Yeah, never mind.
No, go on, buddy.
No, good.
No,
Continue.
please do.
Do go on.
Go on, buddy.
This also relates to everyone's personal life. You know, be careful and all that.
Thank you.
Hello,
Thank you,
Birdie. I missed you.
I do have a quick question too. Are rangers and are deputies in that, are they able to instruct local doctors to kind of do that, or
Yes,
no?
as long as
Okay.
local doctors are the ones physically performing the work,
Okay.
the ranger or a deputy could be basically being that pair of hands to hand them gauze, to hand them the matters. As long as they're not the ones performing the stitch work, injecting the drugs, etc., all is well. But if they are the ones who are doing it, that's medical malpractice. As I'm sure some of you will remember, some of you will not. We had a matter some months ago where a certain cadet was performing medical, which resulted in a death. This matter was brought to the Sheriff's Department's rather loud attention, and it was dealt with. We do not ever want a repeat of that situation, which is why we come down very hard on it when it happens. So once again, if you see it happen, ranger, transit, deputy, doesn't matter.
There
Let
is
us-
one tiny exception, tiny minuscule exception. And that is where you assume lawful responsibility for the actions of someone in the department, or not in the department doing work. Deputies can do this, and we can do this. This is where, say you know for a fact somebody can stitch. Say Juliet. We know she can stitch, right? She's worked for the department. She's not currently certified. If she is there and she consents to doing it, and you take responsibility for it, then that is one rare case where somebody can stitch outside of the department in our office, but you are responsible. And if something goes wrong, it is on your head. Same as if the deputies start doing it. It's very much on their heads too. So that's the rare exception. If
somebody
you know for a
dies and
fact
you have to
someone
go to
does have
jail.
the experience and you are willing to put that trust and that patient's life in their hands, then you can take responsibility. But that is the rare exception. And I would advise against doing that with criminal doctors. Even if you know they have knowledge, probably not appropriate.
That's good.
Especially
to know.
if it's a deputy they're treating.
That's good to know because I had a
True.
situation in which Debbie was there, who used to be senior doctor, and I could have used an extra set of hands, and She said that she couldn't. So in that situation,
Yeah, you can
like I take
ask her,
responsibility.
but
yeah.
but the person can also decline.
Correct. But I don't think that either
I think
of us
that guy
really
ended up getting
thought
banned.
about that being an option either. So that's very valuable.
It's one of those
information. I
in
appreciate
absolute
it.
emergency, but you are taking responsibility.
For good or for ill. Does anyone have any of the seniors have any notes regarding interdepartmental relations with any shenanigans that have been going on lately?
I do have one note. I spoke with Sheriff Masters the other day about the incident in Valentine.
He's a
There
sheriff
was
now?
multiple down in which many medical were present and were busy treating a gang. And 2 members of the gang were left with their guns, leading to an incident whereby, unfortunately, Blanche and others were taken hostage and threatened, and it led to another shootout. At the time, I did come down to Valentine, and I made it very clear to the deputies they had failed at a very basic part of their job. And followed up with Under Sheriff Masters, and I made it very clear that
Oh no, he isn't under
if we are in their offices, they are responsible for our safety. And it is not acceptable for guns to be remaining on people's bodies, especially when normally we can't get them to leave us alone because they want to search. It was very frustrating and very dangerous, and their job, like our job, if a mistake is made at a basic level, somebody could die.
True.
And that is not okay. That's why we have to be conscientious. And that means for you, if you are in a sheriff's office, you should not have weapons on you. Get rid of them before you go in there. If you can't, set them to the side, make sure they're far away, make sure it's clear. If you are working on someone, communicate with a deputy that's nearby. Have you searched this person? Especially if you think they're a threat to you. If you are in a jail cell, make sure that person has been searched before you go in there, and be mindful of your medical bag because you do have a number of sharp objects.
For those of you who carry maybe a large number of firearms, or you just keep weapons on you because you often go hunting, myself included in that number, I'll hang my gun belt up the moment I walk through the door. It's straight there, straight to the left. As I walk in, it's sorted, it's now out the way, or I leave it in the medical office next door.
A final
Just
note,
a
if you
moment out of the way.
ever feel unsafe, you can stop midway through treatment and request to get a local nurse or doctor in, or just ask to be let out of the jail cell because you feel unsafe. If the person has not been properly searched and checked on, they're making threats to you, get yourself out of that situation. Draw the deputy's attention to you. I don't care about their paperwork. I don't care about them organizing a wagon to Sissica. I care about the fact you are in danger. That there
Talk
is someone
your
dangerous
shit,
enough that they are
Bren.
going to take them to Sissica in the first place that is actively a danger to you. They should be paying attention to that. They can figure out their paperwork later.
True.
But you are also responsible for being aware yourself. Don't be dependent on them. They have a lot of things to think about. Make sure you are aware of who you're treating, what you're doing.
And something on that note as well, if there is a patient in the cells who you have had a history with, and you know for a fact this is not someone who you'd be comfortable treating, once again, local doctors, or even they'll get sent to Sissica, and they will be treated on Sissica.
Mhm.
Keep that in mind. You don't have to walk into a jail cell with a man who held a gun to your head just the other day, or just the other month, or whenever. We do not want you to be in that situation.
If they're actively being belligerent, you can just make sure nobody is going to bleed out and die right then and there. But otherwise, you can just say, just get them wrapped, packed, and send them to Siska. You know, in an extreme situation where the gang is being belligerent and unpleasant and it's just too dangerous, just say, just send them Siska, let Siska doctors deal with them. And that, just Fletcher, is in the notes the personal do not treat list. Maybe we'll go over that really quick.
Right, yeah, we shall touch on that. Right, so for those of you who are unaware, it's not particularly official, but it's something we've all agreed is a matter, is the do not treat list. Each and every member of the medical department, you can have people you just won't treat. Now, I will stress, even though you won't treat them, you must still ensure their treatment is facilitated either by making sure they're comfortable for the local doctor to treat them, or by ensuring it in some other way, or by having some, for example, if there are 2 of us walk into an office, multiple down, potentially there's someone in there that Kazai doesn't want to treat, but I will treat them. It's that moment of, Fletcher, can you take this one? Or, for them, you will see, Chevalier, can you take this one? Or, complete flip situation. Doesn't matter what they've done, it is your choice. If you do not think you can give them the best that you can offer, because of something that has happened in the past, or recently, or whatever, you do not have to treat them. but you do need to make sure their treatment is facilitated.
If you pass them on the side of the road and it's safe to move them, you move them to an office. You put in a tip. You get the local doctor to start looking at them. Do not abandon someone on the side of the road because they're on your do not treat list. And additionally, the do not treat list extends to your loved ones. You are not the best person to provide care for someone you love. You have a different role to be playing in that situation. And it's important that you're just mindful of that, and there's no shame in that. Just make sure you're communicating with the people around you as to what's going on. Make sure that the person isn't going to just bleed out, because that would be negligence. But that's your do not treat list. You never have to officially declare it. It can change. But just be mindful of your own limitations. And like I said, it does extend to loved ones. You should not be treating your husbands, wives, girlfriends, boyfriends, close siblings, grandfathers.
Polycule.
Yes, whatever it might be. So just be mindful and remember your own limits.
And obviously, there is that caveat of if you are the only person on duty and it's your loved one who gets brought in, do what's best for them. You know, grab a local doctor, facilitate the treatment, get them treated, get them sorted. Just keep your own health in mind. If there's two of you in that office, you know, if, for example, if Kazara and I were in office and Rhett gets brought in, I'm going to be taking Rhett. There's going to be no questions. In the opposite situation, if Sheriff Chevalier comes in, Kazara will be taking her. There is not a hesitation. There is not a moment of thought. It's just the way things will have to go.
Trust in your colleagues, and remember you will never forgive yourself if it goes wrong and you're the one doing it.
That's a good point.
Now, on to happier notes, kind of.
Hooray!
Staff. So first of all, as many of you, or all of you should be aware, we have the mentors within the medical department.
Yeah.
They are members of the senior team. For example, Senior Medic Prim, Senior Dr. Bellatrix, Senior Medic White, Senior Dr. Margot, and obviously myself. And these individuals are here to facilitate your professional development, but also to facilitate the professional environment you wish to remain in, and listen to any problems you may have, discuss things that you want to progress with, and ideally, just make sure you're enjoying your work as best as you can. Your mentor does not have to be a fixed individual. If you ever decide you wish to change mentor, you may do so. You must ask the person you would like to be your mentor before you make that change, and then you may make the change. You do not need to inform your prior mentor. We every so often will check the mentor list just to see who's where. We will not take much personal offense. I'm joking. We won't take any personal offense. Perfectly all right. Sometimes certain mentors are better suited for handling different matters. For example, if any of you are interested in counseling, I would immediately push you in the direction of Dr. Margot or Birdie without any hesitation. It's just the way things are. So if at any point you wish to change mentor, or you have problems to talk about, or just things you'd like to let folks know about, have a chat with your mentor. We do have ongoing little programs in education. I know certain wonderful, lovely people in this room, who shall remain nameless, are currently looking to progress to achieve a doctorate or potentially nursing. Again, we're here to facilitate that, and if there are surgical matters or surgeries that come up or practical matters that we can fill in your knowledge with, we are more than happy to have you along and have you present. Sometimes Dr. McNamara does run classes regarding certain matters, though it can depend on how free Connor is at the given time. So get involved, and just as a reminder, just even if you're not wanting to pursue that doctorate, learning how to saw a leg off, it gives you a bone to pick, really. It gives you something to sink your teeth into.
Very funny.
It gives you a leg to stand on.
Okay, pleasure.
Wait, we're supposed to bite the legs we cut off?
Sometimes for luck.
Dr. Pig does.
Oh god, Dr. Pig, we won't talk about that.
Dr. Chris P. Bacon.
So, oh my god. So keep that in mind. Even if you're not looking to pursue a doctorate, learn certain matters, you're more than welcome to join in on the classes. For example, when I was still medical, just a cute little medic running around doing my business.
Cute
I was
little
still
medic.
learning some of the classes, which particularly, be like, oh, well, you pursuing your doctorate? I said, no, I just want to learn how to cut someone's leg off. So, just curiosity is a wonderful thing. And whilst they do say it killed the cat, it had 9 lives, so it had plenty to spare.
True.
As a reminder, especially given current circumstances and situations, luckily one of the most major of which has recently been resolved, checking in.
Yeah.
Come on. I see him on the tip line. I love clearing them when I see, ooh, Birdie was wandering. Silas was in Rhodes. Emmett was in Blackwater. Make sure you are checking in. Either when you start your shift, pop a check-in telegram. Let us know.
Always
Right,
do,
here you
Fletcher.
are. If you're starting your shift in a certain town and immediately moving to another, something I like to do is if I send my check-in tip saying, "Oh, I'm headed to Blackwater," when I arrive at Blackwater, I'll mark myself as responding on the tip to say, "Yeah,
That's a good way to do it.
I'm safe." If I've arrived in a fresh town, to respond to another tip. Once I've dealt with that tip, if I'm intending on lingering in the town, check-in tip. Keep us updated. Let us know where you are. In that god-awful situation that one of you gets kidnapped, we need a paper trail to figure out where you were and where it happened. The more information we have and the more information we can pass on to the sheriff's department, the better equipped they will be to handle the situation and actually be able to, ideally, thin down where you could be and who potentially could have done it.
A couple of extra notes on this. It's also useful when people come on duty because we can see where you are and we can probably figure out roughly what's going on. If Silas has been busy working and I can see, his last tip, he says he's in Valentine, I'll head that way, see if I can meet up with him. It's not the end of the world if you don't do a check-in tip, say you're going off duty, but if you can at the end of your shift, mark your check-ins as resolved so we know that you're good and you're done for the day. That's real helpful. And if you are the only person on duty and it's kind of strange hours of the day, you can also do check-in tips to law, rangers, and even transit, whichever you kind of prefer, whichever seems the most appropriate, to let them know where you are. So rangers know where to bring people. That's really helpful. So law know where they can come and check in on you. You can also ask questions like, hey, I'm on duty on my own. Could you let me know where you think would be best for me to station? If law are all hanging out in Valentine, they might ask you to go up there and then you can all be together. That's a really good personal safety way of doing your job safely.
And if you're ever concerned, go to an office with a locked door. Strawberry, Valentine, Saint Denis. If there's an ongoing active threat,
that's a good show.
And especially if you are alone on duty, please make sure you're at an office where you can be safe. Please, 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 please. Another note regarding staff. This one is a really happy, wonderful one. The SCTA, the Saints Crossing Transit Authority, work quite closely with us as security, as I'm sure you're all well aware. And they have, especially even lately, good lord, we keep on having our transit escorts. As I'm sure some of you remember from the training, but I will reiterate, when we are one of their wagons or on their trains, kings and queens, they are in charge. If they say jump, you jump. Obviously, once again in the medical office, the roles are in an ongoing situation and your safety is on the line. They are there to protect you. Listen to what they say, do what they say, and stay safe. They are there to keep you safe. And
yeah, they're real good at it. Actually, Flood's got me out of a lot of situations, so.
Flood, Victor, Constance, just to name a few. We work very closely with them. My advice, honestly, if you're ever on duty and you see a check-in tip from transit saying, hey, I'm around, let me know where you are. If you're alone, especially if you're alone, tell them where you are. Say, even if it's just a bit of company, a bit of a chin wag, getting to know never hurts. Again, never hurts. We'll just stress regarding the use of the personal telegrams and the tip line, please make sure telegrams are going to the tip line, not your personal telegram line. We've discussed this earlier, but I just really, really want to reinforce it. If something happens to you tomorrow, and obviously, someone's got to pick up the case, well, we don't know. Potentially there's even a case to pick up, or we don't know what's going on. Always, always encourage and tell your patients, send tips into medic. It also helps us to keep a record of what's coming in. It also helps to maintain, as awful as it may sound, a healthy distance with patients, as some folks can begin to blur the line between you being essentially their doctor, their medic, their nurse, and their friend. When they start to use your personal telegram, they can almost feel like you are on demand, as it were, and you can be there at the snap of your fingers. Well, you also have your own lives to lead. You should not be getting word.
A couple of notes. Sorry, Fletcher.
No, go ahead.
If you are in an office, you're there to work. If you are socializing, take your sash off and go off duty and have your lunch break, have your break. Help your friends remember, if I'm in this office, I'm working. If I'm with you, I'm off duty and I'm being myself. As much as we say other people shouldn't loiter, you shouldn't be loitering. Obviously, if you're there and working, that's fine. If you are there and discussing with the Rangers a little bit in Strawberry, that's fine, but be mindful, if they got their ponchos on, you got your sash on, you're working. That's going to help a lot. In terms of working with the Rangers and whatnot, Issa asked this earlier, if you are invited on patrol, you are welcome to go. Just be mindful, if you're the only one on duty and there's a lot going on, it's probably going to be wiser for you to stay around the office where you can check tips and stuff. But if it's in a relatively peaceful day, then go with the Rangers and do a big valley patrol. Go out with the law and go down the Emerald Ranch if they ask for it. You can also approach them and ask if you can go with them, if you can see them settling up. Just don't get in their way and be mindful that they have every right to say no. Like Fletcher said, if you're out with another department, they're the boss in their area of expertise. If there's a patient that turns up, you're the boss of that patient. But you are not responsible for criminal security. You're not responsible for animal security. You listen, you do what you're told. Because we don't want to hear from the other departments about medics messing around on a patrol. It's not a good look.
I've never had a bad word said about one of the medical staff, and I would like to keep it that way, because it means I just get to complain to the Sheriff's Department, the Rangers.
True.
Again, I'll just say that, repeat what I said there. I have very fond memories of, during the quiet hours, of heading out on Ranger Search and Rescues, providing assistance when asked, or even I extend the offer. Heading out, getting to know how different departments operate in their given circumstances. Obviously, Sheriff's Department makes it a lot more difficult. But, for example, something we've really wanted to do with transit for a while is a checkup train, where we have some medical staff on the train just to go around from town to town on the train's line and just pop in and say hi. Just like, it's the checkup train. We're just going to stop in every town, take a look around and see how things are, and then get back on the train, things like that. And learning how the other departments operate can never hurt. It'll just provide you with greater context in how given situations may play out. As a rule of thumb, for example, our priority is always medical safety and medical shenanigans, whilst the Sheriff's Department's priority should be predominantly the safety of the citizens. Rangers are always going to be the animals, and the transit's always going to be focused on safety of their passengers and also their vehicles. And so, knowledge is power, and it can be incredibly useful. Now we get on to events and activities. Many of you are already aware, we do have an agreement with Feinberg School of Medicine up in Chicago. So if any of you are looking to pursue nursing or a doctorate, talk to your mentor. We can get that sorted out. We can get you in the program. We can go through matters, and we can make sure we can achieve your desired academic and career goals, as we are wont to do.
Oh, I forgot to mention this, sorry. Make sure your next of kins are up to date, pretty please. And if you're not sure what a next of kin is, it is somebody that you trust to advocate for you when you cannot advocate for yourself. It should be somebody that you're obviously close to and you trust with those matters. It's a very serious thing. Ask them before you put their names down. But try and keep it up to date so we know who to contact on your behalf.
Yes.
Thank you.
Something to also keep in mind is your next of kin will have to handle your funeral if you are ever in that awful situation. So you need to trust them implicitly. Is there any update regarding the tumbleweed project?
No. It's I probably should have updated it, but it's kind of on hold until we can get a handle of the supply lines and stuff out east first. But other than that, there is a document that Peregrine basically, it's a part of Peregrine's main thing of Western herbs. But she also has her complete list, but that's about it.
Righty-o. Some people present are currently looking to pursue their doctorate or further work. Once I'll touch on it again, see if we can facilitate this progress. I know at least one person present who I need to have a conversation with because we've had a little development, a really nice positive one. But again, if anyone is looking to pursue this or looking to look into it, either it can be facilitated by your mentor or we can just provide the guidance and you can look into handling it yourself. I will stress that there will be certain things we'll be looking for in the typical fashion, but there's a little bit of wiggle room. First day. Is anyone, as the individual who was previously kind of running first day has left the department, is anyone looking to pick up or is looking for a project lead? First day is available, up for grabs, which facilitates the transportation of clean water to less, shall we say, available areas of the crossing. Typically, the deliveries are made to Armadillo, Tumbleweed, areas such as that. So if anyone is looking for a project to pick up, first day is available.
Hello. Hi.
Oh.
Hey, Undersheriff Buparkin may come inside.
Yes, come on. Hello.
Hi.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Do you need
Are
a
you saying
doctor?
Thursday?
We do, actually, yes.
Okay, that's
thank you.
Okay, bye.
Yes,
love you.
That's right. Thursday. Love you, Bella.
I mean,
Actually, I'm gonna go with her. I will see you later. I know it's on the agenda.
You're running away
okay.
from the meeting? I'll keep this
Yeah,
in
I'm
mind.
fleeing. Goodbye.
It's a mark against your name.
I mean, I guess I could.
Right.
Okay, we do have to-
I'll note you down.
That's okay. You're completely fine.
We also have the restoration project for the St. Denis water lines, which is beginning now. I do believe Bella is a little more acquainted with it than myself. For essentially those who are looking to really get into, really sink their teeth into providing more clean water. The city, I mean, we've all seen it. It can be a bit of a smoggy mess at times. The Good Smellicin event has started.
What?
It's amazing.
I will confess to all of you, I had no idea this was coming up. It just appeared in the paperwork one day. I was like, what the hell is going on? So those of you who are looking to provide a little bit of relief to the smell of the crossing can team up, pick a town. There is available document where you can fill in your team, as it were, and the town you select. There's the available list. And your goal is to make a perfume and sell it to try and fundraise for the department. So yes, I do believe that Bella and Margot currently have roads. I'm not sure regarding the others. I haven't looked into the documentation for a little bit.
Do we know how to make perfume though?
I have no idea.
Yes, there are definitely people who know. And if you have
do
any
you
questions-
make it, Silence?
Well, you get the ingredients that you
Yeah,
get.
no
well,
shit,
Mix
Silence.
them all together.
Yeah,
Wow.
you mix them together. No, you need a couple of different kinds of either flowers or roots, or it depends on the type of scent and all that. But yeah, there are people who know pretty extensively how. So I'm not necessarily one of them. I made a few different perfumes, but not all of them.
Okay.
If someone would like, I can probably telegram the tip line. Because I know most of the variations, I think.
Peregrine, please do.
Yes,
Okay.
please.
Thank
All
you.
right.
You're an angel.
What? The whole point of this is so we work as a team.
Oh, well, okay.
Yeah, well, this is
We'll
a
have to
team
go
thing.
Hold on. I have a statement to make. Peregrine is one of my fletchlings, therefore she's a part of my team. Thank you.
Fletchlings.
Well, there you go.
I'm holding you
Oh
up
my
later. Fletchling.
god.
Like,
So it
holding.
begins.
I mean, we'll still have to go collect everything as a team.
True.
I mean, I've got a wagon full of herbs, so I think we're going to be.
Hey,
very
can I
okay.
borrow
Oh wow,
your
I'm a
wagon?
fletchling.
Maybe I should talk to Margot about changing to being a fletchling just to the end of
You,
Smilicent.
you wouldn't need to talk to Margot. You just have to talk to me.
I'm still a fledgling.
You're still. Is this the part where everyone turns out and says, "I'm still a fledgling"? I'm still... Right.
Suddenly, your
before-
mentor list is everyone in the department.
Everyone in the department. Oh, bless you all. So, there is going to be a new wagoneering trip in. It is noted as the Autumn Cumberland Caravan Adventure. I do believe this is something that probably Keziah or maybe Bella wanted to talk about, but they've just walked out of the room. So instead, I will say, gee, Willie, that sounds like fun. Make sure you bring a bolt action or some form of weapon to defend yourself against potential timber wolves. It sounds like it'll be quite nice and relaxing, so that should be splendid. For those of you who attended, the interdepartmental ball occurred very recently. It was a massive success for both of the available time slots. Honestly, the Victor and I have already been in discussions for another ball that will be occurring in the midwinter, and we're thinking of making it every 6 months, roughly. And so I look forward to seeing you all there. As a bit of a hint for the next one, this one we obviously ended up with more of an outdoorsy theme, quite a sunshiny. This time I thought an indoor ball would be nice, but it's going to be winter, it's going to be cold. What's the best place to be when it's horrible and cold and you get to cuddle up warm with your loved one? And where else but a massive gambling boat out on the middle of the water in Saint Denis, past Saint Denis Harbour. And
True.
so the next ball will likely be taking place on the Grand Corian, not the one docked in Saint Denis, but the one present currently sat on the lake. So I look forward to seeing you all there. Obviously, the theme, we've had a lot of moaning from members of the Sheriff's Department because apparently they have the fashion sense of, well, I like bronze. Bronze is a lovely colour. Wouldn't you all agree? Bronze is a lovely colour.
Yeah,
but they've
lovely.
requested silver for the next one, so we shall see. We shall see.
There is one more event. I don't know if you noticed. I added a little note into the events last night. I am planning MedFest 1903.
I did not. Would you like to talk about it, Silas?
If you don't mind, I'd love to.
I mind completely. Go on. No, go on. Go on. Talk about it.
Nope, you mind? I'm going to shut up.
Silas, talk about it.
Well, as part of the ongoing fundraising for Feinberg, I thought it would be a great idea to host a concert sometime coming up. Trying to determine the date. It is really based on the talent availability. But if anybody knows any musicians, I know I've talked to at least one person in this room who has agreed to perform, if they remember. And so if you know of any musicians, just send them my way. We already have about 4 or 5 people on the list. As long as everybody's availability can come together, that is really the determining factor. It's going to take place at the outdoor stage near Emerald Ranch, and it should be a hell of a good time. We're going to sell tickets, and hopefully we can, raise a little money and have a fun time.
Absolutely wonderful.
And if you know anybody, not just musicians, it could be performers. I'm sure there's some all kinds of dancers and knife throwers and things like that. So if you know anybody, just reach out to me and let me know. I'd love to talk to them and see if they're interested.
We have another event coming up that is currently looking for someone to lead it, because everyone in this department has an addiction, nay, a problem. It is something we have all struggled with for some time, and it's been a problem. So it's time, I do believe, to exploit that addiction for our own means. Of course, I'm talking about Ship Captain Crew and having a tournament.
Hell yeah.
Hell yes.
There shall be a Ship Captain Crew tournament. and it's looking for someone to organize it and lead it. If anyone is interested in that, typical Emmett, typical Emmett, Mrs. Fawn gets everything else was perfect. Oh, good lord. If anyone's interested in that, please do let me know, or let one of the senior team know so that we can make that note. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the end of the meeting. Does anyone have any questions, queries, notes, prods, licks?
I did have something that I wanted to say, if that was all right.
Of course.
Yes, well, I've spoken with Fletcher about this already, but today will be my last shift working as a medic here in the Department of Health. I'll be traveling back home tomorrow to Massachusetts, so I just wanted to thank you all for your friendship and your training and all the information and knowledge you've given me over these last 6 months. It's been extraordinary. So thank you.
Oh, we're gonna miss you.
Well, I miss you all as well. But hopefully not forever. I do hope perhaps to be back in the crossing someday. But yes, for the time being, I think my place is back home. So.
Of course.
Well, we absolutely wish you the best, the absolute best. So thank you for all your work, and it's been great working with you. I just wish we got to do it a little bit longer.
Yeah, me too. Maybe we'll see you again one day.
Yes,
And
I
safe
hope so.
travels.
Yes, it's quite a ways away, but yes, should be okay. Thank you.
Rightio. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you all for coming to our medical meeting. The next one doesn't yet have a date, but we tend to end up doing these once every 3 months-ish or so. So expect the next one probably, I'd say, November or even early December. Until then, be safe.
Oh my
Travel
god, it's
well.
almost Christmas.
It is almost Christmas. It is. It is so close to Christmas, and it's terrifying me.
Yeah. I feel that.
God, it is close. Jesus.
Then again, I already know what I'm going to get Sylvie for Christmas.
Of course you do.
Look, I plan ahead.
Banana bread.
Yeah, apparently so.
Not banana bread. Radio. So, Peregrine, I need to borrow you.
Silas, I need to borrow you later.
All right, I'll be here.
Everybody's borrowing everybody. Oh, I'm sorry.
Wasn't there a bunch of food for everybody?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll
yes,
show you where it is. It's right around back.
Yeah.
At this door.
Oh, it's out that door, yeah.
Yes, it was very good.
I have a question about the clipboard.
I love Blue's meta character. Hey Moody, yeah, no problem, man. Sad you couldn't make it, but yeah. Maybe next time.
Hi.
Hello. Oh,
I'm
that was
really
a fun
sad to
meeting.
hear you going.
Well, I'm sad to be going, but well, I've thought about it for a while, and well, I think it's the right thing for me to do at this point.
Yeah.
Like I said, I hope it's not forever, but well, I miss my family back home.
Yeah, I understand that. I would never get on to you for that. Good lord. I'm just gonna miss you as all and the work you do, and yeah. It's always so comfortable being around you. I'm gonna miss that. So hopefully one day we get graced with your presence again.
Right. Yes, well, if I end up going anywhere again, it'll certainly be back here. Felt I've gotten a second family here, so it's
Oh.
I'll be sure to miss you all.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll always have a home here for sure. So
Right.
whenever you feel the urge, we'll all be here. Hopefully. I mean, knock on wood.
Yes, well, I know how things can go, so.
Yeah. Yeah, you never know, but we're pretty good at keeping safe.
Right.
Okay, I won't take more time away.
No, you're fine. I suppose we're all heading back soon. Are we
Yeah,
lifting each other?
where's back?
No, I mean back wherever we're going, you know. We're not taking back. Is there somebody called Back that I'm not aware of?
I don't know. Dr. Back, can you imagine?
Dr. Back. I think we need to find a doctor called Back now. That should be our
Yeah, I
top
think so too.
priority.
Yes. Where's my horse at?
Oh, I think I left mine back in Blackwater.
Do you need to ride anywhere?
Oh, well, I suppose, are the wagons staying here, or?
No, I think the wagons are. I think Fletcher rode the wagon closest to us, so there's gonna be room on that one.
All right. Well, yes, I suppose I'll tag along with the rest of the gang. But well, if I don't see you, Birdie,
if anyone is
thank you.
available, this woman
Oh,
definitely needs to be seen by one of us lovely people, please.
I'll miss you. You have a safe trip home.
And it's not me because I'm not supposed to be on
yes,
duty outside
I'll
of
be sure
this
to.
meeting.
All right, I'm gonna head back to Blackwater.
Yes, ride safe.
She's been shot.
I will try.
The woman believes she's been shot, so she needs to be seen too.
Right.
I can
Yeah,
go
I'm not on
and-
duty.
and-
Yeah.
Oh, I suppose
Ma'am, are you alright for me to look at you?
the new trainee is already up and excited to work. Good for her.
Mm-hmm.
No, you know what? It's just a tiny bit of a misunderstanding. It's just a tiny bit of a misunderstanding. Do you mind if we just go elsewhere, not with so many people in here? Well, we can always go to.
No, I
our
don't
house if
feel
you're alright with
comfortable
that.
at that.
We can ride over there with the
Strange
rest of us.
request.
Yeah, sure thing, sure thing.
And then,
Other people are gonna go with you too. Or
Are you alright?
what? Are you having a headache?
no, we're taking the wagon. We'll follow you. First town. Is that fine? Roads? That good?
She'd be in the wagon with us. I don't think she looks too good to be riding on
Is
that
that an
horse. She'll
elephant
fall down.
rifle?
Oh, that's fine. You know, that's fine. I had a little drink. I might have had a little drink, so it's it's real kicking in. It's not kicking in.
Okay, then. So she can come in our wagon because you're not.
Yeah.
No,
just call
I'm
her.
fine. I'm fine. You know,
Hey.
I'm fine on the horse. I'm fine on the horse. We can just go somewhere. We can go somewhere, and then it's all gonna be fine. It's all gonna be fine. You know, yeah. You know, did you know? You know. Oh, by the way, there might have been a man blown up in Valentine. I don't know if I should tell you that, but there might be a man blown up in Valentine.
What the?
Ma'am, you are bleeding from your shoulder. It is all right if you can come inside in the carriage with us. We'll take care of your horse, and we can also have a conversation. I promise you, it'll be safe. You are in no danger with us.
You know
I
what?
can promise
Yeah,
you
sure.
that.
Sure thing. Absolutely. Let's go.
Now go ahead and take care of your horse.
Careful there.
All right.
Fletcher, I'm taking
I can ride it back to town if you'd
If
like.
you're comfortable.
Sure.
No, that's fine. I know where I'm going.
Come on. Take it easy. There you go. Oh.
All right, beautiful. Let's go.
Why is she, what the hell?
Good question.
They're not. Did they just get kidnapped?
I can't let her escape. Why is she stolen the wagon? Where is she? Where the fuck? Oh, they're up there. Fuck. She's stolen the wagon. Oh my god. I can't believe she's stolen the wagon. Is the trainee in there? Oh my god. What the fuck is she doing? Where did it go? Okay, it's still there. Oh, the horse is out of breath. Fuck. No, I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna lose them. Oh. Oh, I'm gonna completely lose them. Fucking hell. I probably shouldn't be chasing, really. Oh, fuck. God damn it. I'll send, where are they going? Roads? Probably, right? Let's just go to roads. See if they're there. If they're not there, then we'll send a telegram to Law. Oh my god. I can't believe this guy needs to regain stamina. Right, let's go. 1, 2. Oh my god. I can't believe was the trainee in the wagon? I saw somebody in the wagon. Was it Peregrine? I can't remember. Oh my god. Ridiculous. I'm just gonna go back to roads. It's ridiculous.